go.
It, second Ezra's 9. I told him second Ezra's 9. All right, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the elders of Greatmillstone, the apostles of Greatmillstone. And salutations to you brothers that's doing his work in truth and in sincerity. It's another Saturday, and we out here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to prophesy the words of the Bible, that's the time we living in. These words are actually coming to pass right now. So we here, the Lord sent us out here as the prophets to give you warning. Matter of fact, get that too. Ezekiel 3 verse 17. Start off with that, and then we go to second Ezra.
It's Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yeah, so the Lord, he made us watchmen by giving us his word, by allowing us to see these prophecies, all right, which are the visions that are mentioned in the Bible that the certain prophets had. They had visions of the end. They had visions of America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. They have visions of what we're doing right now, all right, the hopeful elect of Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're the true Hebrew Israelites, according to the Bible. The elect of Israel being raised up. There was visions of that in Ezekiel the 37th chapter, the valley of dry bones. So the Lord set us up to give you warning of what's to come. Read it one more time.
It's Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yeah, so what does a watchman do? He watches out for the prophecies in a spiritual sense. In the ancient world, we had physical watchmen that would sit on the top of the watchtower. You know, they may have binoculars or some type of device to be able to let them see further off than what the common people were able to see, so that if something was coming, some type of army or any type of disaster was to be before the city, they'll blow the trumpet, they'll let the people know. You had different sounds of the trumpet as well. You had watchmen for the new moon, you had watchmen for the feast days, but we're watchmen that's set up to give you warning of what? War, of destruction that's coming, all right, which is coming by way of the so-called white man, which is a biblical Edomite, the devil. All right, he has a divisive plan, which is known now. They just coming out with it. They're saying it, you know, on mainstream news, right? The president himself saying it, the New World Order. That's pretty much what we're watching out for. That's a prophecy in the Bible. But he's going to come, the devil's going to come with great wrath. So we're watching for it, and we're giving you warning, you Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're telling you to get right and repent in the name of Yahweh and Yahushai before this sword come upon this land, this people. Go ahead.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give the warning from me.
Yeah, so we heard the word at the Lord's mouth, which is the prophets, which are the ones that came before us, the apostles, the elders of Greatmillstone, the bishops of Greatmillstone. That's where we heard the voice of the Lord from. That's where we heard the word of the Lord from. You're not going to hear a voice come out the sky and, you know, reading the scriptures and breaking it down. The Most High speaks through men. I know you got a precept for that. Go ahead, yeah.
This is Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, so Jeremiah himself, being a prophet, you know, he had particular dreams and visions. When you read Jeremiah 50 and 51, that's a future prophecy concerning America right now, concerning Babylon the Great. You know, that prophetic Babylon that Isaiah also saw in Isaiah 47, the virgin daughter of Babylon. So he said that the prophets that have been before him and before thee, meaning he was talking to somebody there, he was talking to a false prophet, if I'm not mistaken, Hananiah, because Hananiah was speaking things that the Most High didn't send in dreams and visions. He was speaking out of his own heart, and you have that going on today within Israel. All right, but that's how you know a true prophet. They're going to be prophesying against, read that part again.
Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
They prophesied against many countries. You could go back to Moses. That was a country, that was a great country, Egypt, and he prophesied against it. He prophesied the plagues before they came to pass. The Lord put the spirit on him, and he also raised up his brother Aaron to be his prophet, to be his mouthpiece. All the words that the Lord was giving unto Moses, Moses was giving it to Aaron, and Aaron was speaking it. And we're doing the same thing today. The words that Yahweh gave to Yahushai, he gave to the men of the Lord, Jeremiah, Isaiah, the 12 disciples, and we're speaking those same words. Go ahead.
It says, against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Yeah, so the Lord himself, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, is going to make war against America, man. Yahweh Shai himself is coming to make war against Egypt. Get that in Isaiah the 19th chapter. And saw that one. That's a war that's coming against America. But also America's in World War III right now. They're about to head into a nuclear fight. You know, with these other countries such as Russia and China and all these other superpowers or these other nations that have missiles. Even the smaller nations, I can tell you in Joel the 3rd chapter, the weak have said they are strong. Why did the Lord build up all these countries with nuclear missiles? To destroy America with them. That's the purpose, that's the counsel of the Lord. All right, let him bring this out real quick.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud.
Yeah, so this is a burden of Egypt. This is a prophecy of the burden of America, really, because this Egypt that it's speaking about is talking about spiritual Egypt. Revelation 11 and 8, it breaks that down and tell you spiritual Sodom and Egypt, that great city, that's America. So this is a burden against this place. These prophecies that we're bringing out is burdening America. It's burdening the elites. It's burdening the rulers of this society, because they don't want to hear that their country and their kingdom is going to be destroyed. They're trying to speak their new world order into existence. You know, they putting it out on the TV. They're saying it, new world order. We're going to be the leaders of the new world order. That's what your president of Babylon, Joe Biden, is saying. But the Lord said this is a burden against Egypt. Go ahead.
Right. It says, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Yeah, read it again from the top.
Okay. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud.
Yeah, that swift cloud, that's the point I wanted to bring out. That's the Lord Yahushua coming into America and waging war against this place, man. Because it is going to be destroyed by fire, by nuclear missiles, but also the Lord himself, he said he's going to ride upon Egypt with a swift cloud. And that swift cloud is talking about that chariot that also Ezra saw in the vision of 2nd Ezra 13. He saw Yahweh Shai on that chariot. He said it was like a mountain. He compared it to as if a mountain was taken out of the earth and lifted up into the sky. That's how big it was, man. And that is going to be a burden. When the Lord revealed himself here in Egypt, in America, that's going to be a burden on these people. A so-called black man on a UFO. A so-called UFO, that's going to be their worst nightmare.
Greatmillstone.
Yeah, that Greatmillstone, that's right. And in the scripture it tell you in Revelation 1 and 7 that all eyes shall see him. So everybody's going to be burdened with the sight of Yahweh Shai. It said they're going to wail because of him.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Their heart is going to be made heavy.
Yep.
Because a burden is an object that adds weight onto a thing. For example, you might see a truck pass by with a lot of cargo behind it. That's a burden. So when our Lord Yahweh Shai returns, there's going to be a burden upon the minds of these people. There's going to be a heavy weight that's going to be upon the backs of their minds, man. They'll have to bear that. They'll have to bear the indignation of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, because of what they did. How was America established, man? It was established on the blood of the Israelites. It was established on rape, robbery, and murder. So when they see a so-called black man, an Israelite on a chariot coming out of the sky, man, that's a burden. Because you know you have to pay for what you've done now. Everything that you've done here in these lands, all the innocent blood that you shed, all the crimes that you committed, you have to pay for that, man. The Lord's going to make you pay for that by way of your blood being shed, like I tell you in Numbers, the 35th chapter.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Well, read one again, the end of it.
Okay. Finishing off in verse 1. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved.
Yeah, there's a lot of idols in this land. You got idols, celebrities are idols. Just how when a celebrity speaks, or like the thing with Will Smith, you know, the slap heard around the world, that's an idol of Egypt. Because whatever these celebrities do, you got masses of people, thousands of people that they tune into it, man. They worship it, they look up to it. It's basically idolatry, man. It's not an actual statue, it's not an actual little figurine, but this person was created, man. All this stuff that you see on the mainstream media, these people were created. They're like created characters in a video game, man. They be given stuff, what to say, what to do, how to act, and then what is it for the benefit of, for the people to worship them, so the people could adopt the ideology of these celebrities. Yeah. So people is going to be moved. Celebrities are going to be pushed out of the way, because Yahweh Shai is a real celebrity, man. He's the one that's at the forefront of creation. Ain't Will Smith, ain't none of these characters, man. Chris Rock, you know, Jay-Z. You got people that worship them, But when we speak about Yahushua in the Bible, they fan the hand. We don't want to hear about that. You got to.
It's Isaiah 47:3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
Yep.
I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's right. That's Yahushua, man. Because he said the day of vengeance is burning in his heart. So when he comes back, he's not coming like a man. He's not coming like in the ancient world when men would wage war against a city. They'll make an announcement, blow trumpets. You know, that's what we're doing right now in the spirit. But when he physically comes, he's not talking, man. He's not coming. It's not like a traditional war like how men fight wars, man. He's coming with a supernatural force, angels, man. The heavenly hosts, the immortal, entity, so to speak. That's how he's coming. So he said, I'm not coming to meet you as a man. You didn't treat us like men. You treated us subhuman, man. So when the Lord come and visit you, he's not treating you, he's not giving you the decency of having a conversation. Oh, let's talk this out. Let's sit at a round table, with some wine and let's discuss. Nah, man. He's coming for blood.
Go ahead. Yeah, because Yahushua, he's coming as a thief. You don't know when a thief is getting ready to come and invade your house, but he got everything mapped out.
Right.
When Yahushua comes back, he's coming back to wage war on you Edomites, you so-called white people, all right, beginning with the central bankers on down, and you heathens that follow him.
Right.
And you jakes that's in the armies of these heathens, you're going to be destroyed by Yahushua too.
That's right. You're not going to hear no Christians. Why they not talking about this? This is the counsel of the Lord. This is what the Bible prophesied. Why they don't talk about that? Why they say Jesus is all love? Which that's not even his name to begin with. But if you're going to preach about the Messiah of the Bible and you telling us about him, and you telling, when he came, he loved everybody, he came for all nations, that's a damn lie, man. He's coming to destroy nations of people, nationalities. He's coming to destroy one nationality in particular, like the brother mentioned, the Edomites. So go back over here.
Verse 2. Now will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, so it's going to be civil war here in America. That's the Lord doing that. Remember, in Luke the 12th chapter, get that real quick if you can. 12 and, I think it's 49 or 51. The Lord said he's making division on the earth, man. He said the son of, roughly paraphrasing Matthew 10 and 34, he's not coming for peace, he's coming with a sword. And with a sword, you cut a man in half with a sword, man. You come and bring division, you destroy. Go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 12, verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?
Yeah, so the fire is already kindled. So the Lord is already setting the Egyptian against the Egyptian. He's already setting that spirit in the land. He said he was going to mingle a perverse spirit in Egypt. And you see that these people are all against each other. They all against each other. They all got different ideology, different beliefs. You got one person that believes in taking the thing. I don't even want to say the J word because we can't say anything anymore. But you know what I'm talking about, man, that juice. You got one person that's divided against another person because they don't want to take it. So they say you putting all of us at risk. You being selfish. You gotta love thy neighbor. They don't even go as far as quoting the scripture on why you should take that shit, man. But that's them being divided against one another, man. To the point where what's gonna happen is they're gonna physically war with each other. They're gonna kill each other, and they're already doing that, but it's just gonna elevate, man, to a level where you're gonna see that America is not really united. America is really divided, man. Go ahead. No, verse 51. Somebody. But he said, I come to bring division.
This is Luke 12 and 50. Sure? 349 again. This is Luke 12 and 51.
Yeah.
Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division.
Right, so the Lord ain't coming to bring peace to the earth. He's not coming to unite all people. God love everybody, and the Son of the Most High is going to come and bring peace to this earth. He's bringing war to this earth, man. He's bringing destruction to this earth. He just said he's coming to bring fire, but what will he if it be already kindled? He's not coming to put the fire out. He's coming to add more fire to the flame, man. He's coming to bring that ultimate destruction, that overkill, really. Because once some missiles start firing, you could kiss America goodbye, man. There's no missile defense system that's going to stop that. But Yahushua himself is going to come in the midst of that fire and add more heat to that flame, man. So what are you people talking about? What are you Christians talking about? What gospel are you reading? What words of the Bible are you reading to come up with this conclusion that it's all about peace and love with the Lord, man? It's not. They said the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is his name. You got something?
It's back in Isaiah. Well, actually, you said that. This is Jeremiah chapter 14. It It's Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 14. Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, verse 13, Slaki. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 13. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this land.
Break it down.
Yeah, so adding on to what you were saying earlier concerning what the so-called Catholic Church, the church in general, was pushing. The Lord said here in Jeremiah 14, verse 13, then said I, Lord Yahweh, behold, the prophets say unto them, the false prophets in these different churches, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this land.
Yeah, that's what previously what Nathaniel of the IUIC said. Bishop Nathaniel, he said that, this was years ago, mind you. Now he's singing a different song, but he said that there was not going to be no Jacob's trouble. Because the brother clearly asked, he asked him very directly. He said, we went through slavery. You know, we talk about 70 AD in the Bible, in history. So he said, is there a time that's coming that's going to be worse than that? He pretty much said no. He pretty much said like the worst is past already, and you know, basically just going to enter into the kingdom, and that could be the furthest thing from the truth. You selling the people a lie when you say that, man. Because here it is, the scripture tell you in Ezekiel, I believe the 13th chapter, that they didn't build up a hedge for the Lord's people. If you tell an Israelite, yo, this destruction is coming, you getting the blood off your hands. Now, whatever that man does with that word, that's not on you, man. But at least you warned him. You know, at least you gave him a hedge so that he can protect himself and he can prepare for what's to come. But we already know that the majority of our people, they're not going to hear. They're forbearing the message that we bringing. But at least tell them the damn truth, man. Don't tell them that there's not going to be no Jacob's trouble just so you could comfort and ease their mind, or whatever your secret, you know, whatever the hell is going on in your mind. You a false prophet, man. If you're saying that there's going to be peace, that there's not going to be war. The Bible speaks all about war, lamentation, mourning, and woe. You had another scripture?
Same scripture. Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision.
So even a false prophet could say the name. It just said they prophesy lies in my name. He could still say Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, but he's still not telling you the true prophecy. He's still not telling you what is actually written in there, man. And that's a real snake-ass nigga. Somebody that's doing that, they taking the name of the Lord, because, you know, they took the name of the Lord out of the picture, the IUIC. They said Israel united in Christ. They took the name of the Lord out of the picture, but now he's talking about, oh yeah, you know God's name, Yahweh. But you still prophesying lies, man. Read that again.
Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you, pardon me, a false vision and divination.
Yeah, a false vision, because it's not written. That's not written in the Bible, man. There is going to be a time of Jacob's trouble. That's what's written. There's going to be a great tribulation such as never was. Yahweh Shai said that. So if you're saying that there's no Jacob's trouble, if you're saying anything else other than what's being taught here in Greatmillstone, I'm going to say it boldly like that, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, beginning with the apostle, you teaching anything else, you a false prophet, man. And you prophesying a vision that's not true, that the Lord did not send you. You didn't have a dream about that. You didn't read that in the Bible. Where the hell you get that from? You got that shit from Satan, man, because the demons, they're sent there to deceive Israel. And that comes from the Most High too, because that's in Ezekiel the 14th chapter. If a false prophet has spoken a thing and the people be deceived, it said, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. So the Lord is the one that set up these other false camps as well, but it's to what? To destroy them, to gather the bad fruit of Israel, the ones that the Lord don't want in his tabernacle, right?
It says, they prophesy unto you a false vision and divination.
And then the responsibility falls on you ultimately, because if somebody's telling you a false prophecy, you're supposed to go in there and read it for yourself, man, and discover if that thing be true or not. Yeah. So that's on, now your blood is on your hands too, man, because it said, if the blind lead the blind, both of them shall fall into the ditch. So you don't get away just because you was lied to. You're supposed to search the scriptures for yourself, man. You're supposed to pray to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. If your camp leader's telling you, oh, you don't have to use the name Yahweh, you're not supposed to go along with that, man. You're supposed to read the scriptures with understanding and say, nah, that's a damn lie.
So once you go out there, I'm behind the camera, by the way. Once you go out there and you start making videos, you teach on the street, You're taking on the duty of a prophet, man. Don't go out there if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Stay your ass in the house.
Right.
Read the scriptures, watch videos. Pray the Most High for understanding. You got guys that just take Bibles, go out in the street, and just start teaching. You don't even know what the hell's going on.
Right.
Damn, nigga.
Go ahead.
Take him this, man.
Yeah, bring your piece up out there.
This is Jeremiah 23:16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you, that make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord.
So that's the Lord telling Israel to do that. You know, beside the false prophet, the Lord set him up. So at the end of the day, this is all his movie. So the Lord would send out a false prophet, but then he'll tell you, don't listen to that false prophet. You see how, the Most High is on another level, man. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is on another level, but it's all written. It's not like you didn't know. It's not like you wasn't warned. You clearly was being told, do not hearken unto the prophets. Read that part again.
This is Jeremiah 23:16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Yeah, out of the mouth of the Lord, which would be the book of Jeremiah, the book of Ezekiel, the book of Isaiah. That's the mouth of the word of the Lord. Because you had Sakari say the Bible is not the word of God, but the word of God is in the Bible. What type of bullshit is that, man? All the men of the Lord that spoke, that's the word of the Lord, man. It said, thus saith the Lord. He was speaking to the prophet, and the prophet was speaking to the people. So how you gonna say? Yeah, how you gonna say that that's not the word of the Lord just because? Oh, we don't know who wrote we don't know who actually wrote the book of Hebrews or whatever. That's you fucked up in the head, man. And you really don't believe in these scriptures, man. What you got?
All right, the brother has said, if you go outside and you teaching or you out there period with the Bible, you take it on instead of a prophet. So now it says Proverbs 15:28. It says, the heart of the righteous studieth to answer. Because a lot of these guys are low fruit thinkers, but they don't dig into the difficult things of the scriptures. They just know the basic things, like Jeremiah 14:2, if that, Deuteronomy 28 chapter. But there's more difficult things in the scripture, but they don't excel anything higher than that. Because even on a tree, the higher the fruit is the better the taste. It may be more ripe because it gets more sun. Now, I'm gonna read it again. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer. Because we don't always, like, you might be reading, you might see a word you don't know. So you look into that word. You might see a custom, you might, why did they do this? So you look into it. Because somebody may come up and ask you, why did the scripture say that? But if you look into it, guess what? You're able to edify that person with the question. But it says this, but the mouth of the wicked pour out evil things. What are evil things? That's a person that doesn't have the answer, but what they do, instead of saying they don't know, they pull it out their ass. Let's make it up. That's it on that.
Yeah, and then when you're doing that, what you're doing, you got blood on your hands now. See, that's the thing. These people, they want to be prophets. They want to be men of the Lord. They want to be seen. They want that fame, but you don't understand that this is a dangerous job, man. Because now when you came out on the highways and byways and profess yourself to be a prophet, the blood of the people is on your hands now. If you don't tell them the truth, their blood is on your hands. Because you were supposed to warn them. You were supposed to tell them the truth. They're looking at you and saying, we want to know the answer to this. We want to know this. And if you don't have those answers, you put yourself in that position to be destroyed, man.
The scripture speaks about adding and take away from the word of the Most High, because it's not our word.
Right.
This is the Most High word, and we're conduits of the words of the Most High. That's all we are. Right. Because the Most High, he can use anybody to use to bring out this word. The Lord said he used rocks. So when you bring out the word of the Most High, you got to bring it out correctly. Now, if you don't know, don't speak on it. I got
It's Ezekiel 3:18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way.
And that's a wicked Israelite, because the scripture tell you that our people became more wicked than the wicked. They went off. We broke the covenant. They became wicked through sin. Sin is a transgression of the law. So it's speaking of Israelites who are sinning, who are filled with iniquity, and they're being called to turn back. That's what it's speaking about here. Through Yahweh Shai, through his blood. Go ahead.
To save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand.
Yeah, because you didn't want him. Because you knew the truth. That's why Yahweh Shai spoke on that. In the parable, he said, them that knew the will of the Lord and didn't do it, they're gonna be beaten with many stripes. Because now you gotta pay for the sins of the people that you didn't want. Because you never told them that what they was doing was gonna lead them to them being put to death. That's why we're obligated to rebuke. Like the scriptures say, open rebuke is better than secret love. You know, spare not. We're not supposed to spare your feelings, man. Because if we don't do it, that's a responsibility. Now we'll be judged, man. The Most High kill us for that. So that's what they not understanding. They getting all emotional. You know, these other camps and other Israelites, when they get rebuked, you don't understand that we doing this out of the terror of the Lord, man. We doing this because we actually fear the Lord. And we know that if we don't do this, we'll be put to death, man. It's not impersonal. There's more?
Yeah. It says, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
Yeah, so when we teach the word, at that point, our job is done. You know, we don't really, if you don't listen or you don't take heed, the scriptures speak about that. Forbearing, them that hear, or them that forbear. Prophesying to the wind. We will be out here still. If nobody's listening right now, people just walk by, they're not listening. I'm talking to the camera for the most part, but even people in the YouTube world, if you click on the video, I don't want to hear that. My job is still done. The blood is off of my hands because I told you the truth. So now if you die, you got to pay for your own iniquity, man. It's not going to fall upon me. I delivered myself. I wipe my hands clean of your blood by telling you the truth. The truth that I heard. Huh? All right. You got something else?
Yeah. Now this is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 5. I'm going to start at 11. It says, be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If thou have understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fault. That's it. So yeah, if you don't know a particular scripture, if you don't have to understand, don't go into it. You know, because a lot of these guys, they don't know, and you know, because a lot of these guys are surface level Israelites. They only know the surface of the scripture. They can't go they're not deep into the scriptures. So they might get answered a question thrown at them, but then they make it up. Those are that time with Captain Cesario. Somebody asked him a question, he just made the shit up on the spot. It was a question in Revelation. I forget.
Yeah, about the chip. I mean, about the mark of the beast. Was it that?
I think it was in Revelation somewhere. I don't remember the exact.
I remember one time he said it doesn't say and something like that about
that one, and then the scorpions. Revelation 9th chapter. Matter of fact, it was Revelation 9th chapter. And you're right too. The locust. He couldn't break that down. He just made it up. Now, if you don't know the answer, you know, just tell them, you know, watch the Apostle Tahar, really, because Apostle Tahar, you know, they know in GMS, because GMS teach what we learned from Apostle Tahar, you know, Apostle Tahar cover everything. And that's what separate different camps. With me, I remember just coming in, I noticed that out of all the different camps, because I remember Nyc Camp, he used to be on Eastern Parkway, and I remember he did a video, Hollywood Know the Truth. And then you watch the Apostle Tahar video, he covers everything. He goes into prophecy, he goes into breakdown. Nyc didn't do that. And Comfy Camp didn't do that. But that's it on that. All right.
This is the book of Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38, verse 24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. And somebody say, leisure, what that mean? Oh, leisure time. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. But we look at it now, that's what brother says. You you can read something, but you got to go into it. That word there, philology in the Greek, is schole. schole. That's where we get the word scholar from. So guess what? If you got leisure time, that's the time for you to become a scholar. Because why? And he that had little business shall become wise. If you're not always busy, you can become wise. Because you got time. How can you get wisdom that holdeth the plow and that glories in the gold? A gold is G-O-A-D. A gold or an ox gold was something that you would poke the ass with or poke the ox with, because the ox and the ass are stubborn animals. So they may not want to move. It was stiff in his neck. Like, you know somebody walking a dog?
That's the phrase stiff neck.
That's where it's stiff neck from,
Yeah.
exactly. You know how somebody walk a dog like this?
Yeah.
They don't want to go. The other day, I was going to get a juice. Someone had a dog. The damn dog just laid on the damn floor. It was just laying there, rolling around. I saw another video the other day. The dog didn't want to move. The woman was dragging the damn dog to the supermarket, whatever the hell it was. She had some like a leash on the dog that covers his chest. She was just dragging the dog, a harness, dragging the dog. The dog stiff in the neck and didn't want to move. Stiff in the neck is associated with what? Being stubborn, hard-headed. He that get wisdom, how can he get wisdom that holds the plow and that glories in the gold? He glories in manual labor, in labor work. That driveth oxen and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks. You know what he's talking about his job. He giveth his mind to make furrows. You know, furrows, those trenches in the dirt, and they put the seeds in, that's called a furrow. And is diligent to give kind fodder. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut engrave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work. The smith also sitting up by the anvil, and considering the iron work, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, because you get burnt. And he fighteth with hammer and anvil, is ever in his ears, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watcheth to polish it perfectly. So doeth the potter sitting at his work, and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set out his work, and maketh all his work by number. He fashioneth the clay with his arm, and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust in their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell wherein they will, nor go up and down. You can't dwell where you all go through the city without these type of things. They shall not be, but guess what though? It says, they should not be sought for in public council, nor sit sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. But they will maintain the state of the world, and know their desires and work of their craft. So you got guys, oh, I can't do this, I gotta go to work. Oh, I can't do that, I gotta go to work. You always got an excuse. Guess what? They're not gonna become wise, man. You know? You don't take days off in this truth. You know, I ain't gonna make it out. You know, I've been working all week, man. My shoulder hurt a little bit. I ain't gonna come out on Saturday. Now, let's say you was actually jacked up and you couldn't come out. That's understandable. But, you know, we don't take no days off in this thing, man. There's no days off. 24/7. You gotta live it. It's not a part. You can't be a part-time Israelite. And, you know, not today. I got work. The mother camps, you know why they don't be seeing them out there? Because they got work. They got other things more important than this. Careers. Now guess what? You got a job and you can't come out Saturday for whatever reason. That's understandable. If you got a self-employed job, then guess what? You already know where you got to be at on Saturday. So you already know what's most important. Then you can't make no damn excuses. And it's getting warm now. It's getting warm, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you can bring that up. I was just gonna make a point too to add on to that. That our profession is these scriptures, man. That's why Greatmillstone is known as a working camp, man, the camp of prophets, because we have jobs, we got families, but this is our main priority. When you look at these other camps, you see they flashy garment. That's what they focus on. That's where they put their heart at. That's what they focus on. So that's where you see. That's what they profess to the world. We profess the knowledge of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So read that, Jeremiah 9, I think we start at 23.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he that understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord which exerciseth loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth.
Yeah, so that's the glory that we glory in. We glory in the fact that we know Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai through this word, man. All right, through understanding the precepts, like King David said, through thy precepts I get understanding. You know, these Christians in the church, they don't glory in that, man. You see the pastor, he glories in what? His suit. He got a nice suit, he got a clean shaven face, he got a nice car. You know, you see the women glorying in their body. You know, they want to show their assets off and all of that. They Sunday outfit. And you have Israelite camps that glory in other things outside of the breakdowns and understanding this word. But that's what the Lord said. He said, don't glory in riches, don't glory in your wisdom. Glory in the fact that you know me. And that you know this word, you know these prophecies, man. That's above all of these things in the world. The scriptures say the knowledge of wisdom is greater than rubies. You know, it's greater than any riches that you could tangibly, you know, physically obtain. Because this is going to lead us to the kingdom. This is going to lead us to salvation. Get that in 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, start at the 14th verse, I think it is. Continuing the things that thou hast learned. And there's more there.
It says, for in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, that's what the Lord delights in. So he doesn't delight in how muscular you are, how many cars you got, you know, how rich you are. The Lord don't care about none of that. He created all those things, man. He glories in the fact that a man, a faithful servant, you know, doing this work, man, laboring in this labor of love. This is the most important work that an Israelite man could be doing on the earth right now. And this is the thing that gets looked down on the most. But this is the thing that the Most High loves the most, man, what we doing. So you could laugh and we don't get ashamed when you laugh at us, man. We don't feel embarrassed. People walk by and give us a face, we get all, we don't feel like that, man. We know, what's up?
We're laughing at it.
Right. We laughing at you because you blind, man. You walking around, you don't got this truth. And here it is, it's right in front of your face and you can't even see it.
At the end of the day, y'all gonna die.
Right.
Y'all all gonna die. Like the brother was saying earlier, you know, these guys, you ask them a question, they'll just make up something on the spot. Like this is improvised comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is impromptu comedy. Like, you know, Patrice O'Neal, somebody on stage, what nigga right there with the hat on? And he just make a joke. It's not no damn improvised comedy, man. This ain't goddamn what's that shit called? Comic View on BET, coming at you 6 nights a week for you to get your laugh on.
Wow.
that was the song. Comic View on BET, coming at you 6 nights a week, get your laugh on. That's why you fucking niggas gonna fucking die, man. Poor thing sounds a damn joke.
This is Psalms chapter 147, verse 10. He delighteth not in the strength of the horse, he taketh not pleasure in the legs of a man.
Yeah, the strength of a horse. A horse is a strong animal. You know, 2 Timothy 3 and 14. Yeah, a horse is a very strong animal, you know. But the Most High doesn't delight in that. He created the horse, man. He don't delight in that. You know, he said all the works was good. When you read Genesis 1, when you go into the 2nd chapter, it said all the works was good. It was finished. You know, the Most High, you know, he loved his creation, but that's not what he delights in. That's not what he's glorified. He's not glorified when a man look at a horse and they say, oh, wow, Yahweh Shai is you know, the supreme being because of the strength of the horse. Keep reading.
Verse 11, Psalms 147 and 11. The Lord taketh pleasure in them that fear him.
Yeah, that's where the Lord is glorified in, the ones that fear him, because they're going to keep the commandments. They're going to exalt his name. That's where the Lord is going to get his glory from on earth, from men that fear him, men that hope in his salvation, that's doing his work, you know, in truth and in sincerity. That's how the Lord get his praise and fame and glory in this earth, man. You know, not from the animals, not from, you know, not even from Esau. Even though Esau on the left hand, you see what the Most High did there. He said he created the wicked for the day of evil. And this man is the perfect devil, but even him, he's not glorying the Most High. He's not glorifying Yahweh Shai. We doing that, man. All right, so with that, Shalom. Let this brother come on.
This is Psalms chapter 147, verse 11. The Lord taketh pleasure in them that fear him,
Right. What?
and those that hope in his mercy.
That's right. So he taking pleasure in what we doing. We out here teaching the 12 tribes of Israel who they are. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all considered the lost sheep. Y'all don't know who y'all are. Give me Revelations 2 and 9. Give me Joel 3. Start at 1. But you know what? Start Joel 3 first.
I got it.
All right, real quick. Yeah, so we teaching the people who they are, man. For a very long time, our people forgot who they were. Give me Romans 2 and 9. It was I should cause you to discontinue for thy heritage. Ezekiel.
That's Jeremiah. 7th chapter. 17.
This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
So what does it mean for the Lord to bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem? Meaning all throughout the Old Testament, Israel was going into slavery. They kept going off, they committed sins, and then they would get put into captivity under their enemies. That's pretty much the whole Bible. That's the whole Bible. Which I fail to realize the Bible is a Negro, Latino, and Native American book. And all throughout the Bible, all the history, all the judges, all the chronicles, pretty much Israel going into slavery and getting delivered by somebody. So the Lord said He's gonna bring again the captivity, meaning He's gonna take Israel out of captivity once again, because we're now in the second Egypt. Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right now. So what the Lord is doing, the Lord is mustering the host of the battle. As we can see, if you watch the news and Brothers in the Truth, that should be the main entertainment right now. The news, what's popping off in the news. You know, you go on alternative news sites like RT, Sputnik, you know, and find out what's really happening in the world, because it's pursuing the prophecy. So we know in the news that the Lord is mustering the host of the battle. So right now, Russia is attacking Ukraine, Kiev, the city of Kiev, you know, to eventually attack Poland and bring back the USSR. Now it came out that America sent biological weapons to Ukraine, just in case Russia was attacking. So we know that the Lord is getting these nations up for war. You see, go ahead.
And will plead with them there for my people.
And people don't understand the reason why this is happening is because what you did to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true people of Israel, the sons of Jacob. The Lord is stirring all this chaos in the world. You asking for peace, but the Lord is punishing you for what you did. Y'all never gave us reparations. I mean, for all the work. Brothers got to get up and go to work in the morning. How do you explain that? A history of all these years of free labor. And we still got to work. We got to ask for a damn $1,400 stipend. Taxes. They hit you over the head 28, 30% of your check before you see it. So the Lord is doing this to punish you. Go ahead.
And for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
You scattered us all over the world. That's why you got Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans all over the earth speaking different languages. You see? In Africa, they have something, they say that Negroes in America are considered diaspora. You know, the dispersed Negroes. But it's really the Jews. So who is those guys in the land saying they're the children of Israel? But go ahead.
And parted my land.
And you part the land of the Lord. You look at Israel now, it's Jewish, Arabs, all within the land, within infighting.
Muslim quarter, Jewish, Israeli quarter.
Part of the land of the Lord. You see? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5. Therefore doth saith the Most High, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea.
Idumea is a Greek word of saying Edom, or the red people, which is Caucasians. That's who you are. That's who you are, man. Stop hiding from that name. Oh, because you know Esau come up real quick. man, I don't know, the Edomites are terrible, man. God must really hate them because he talk bad about them. That's who you are. That's what it says. What?
which have appointed my land into their possession.
So apparently Edom or Idumea would have the rights of the land of Israel. So who are they today? Revelations 2 and 9. You get that? Yeah, we'll drop in. It's kind of old. Revelations 2 and 9. Yeah, man, because there's people in the land of the Lord right now. First off, that land is cursed to have. You can't grow nothing out there. But that's supposed to be the land that flows with milk and honey. You have no agriculture. You barely produce. You have something called the IVF treatment because y'all can't produce. But the scriptures say Israel should be as the sand of the sea. So who the hell is in the land of Israel right now? Calling themselves Jewish and commemorating high holy days, but you doing it all wrong anyway. Go ahead.
Revelations 2 and 9. Yeah. I know thy works and tribulation.
Tribulation.
Yep. And poverty.
So, hold up. America backs the state of Israel. And America is a powerful country. So who's this tribulation and poverty coming from? It's not you guys that wear that the yami and being heavy wind holding your shit. That's not the guys, man. So who are you? Because you're not in tribulation and poverty. You ain't got to worry about damn rent payments or child support payments. You know? Y'all own real estate. Y'all own damn the whole of America. You see? Jewish landlords. Go ahead.
Revelations 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy.
Yeah, thou art rich because the nation of Israel, whether you believe it or not, the true God of heaven and earth is on your side. The true God of heaven and earth is on your side. Which is a so-called black man, by the way. But go ahead.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Yeah,
but
who say they are Jews? Y'all took that land over during the Balfour Declaration, 1948. When they took that, when they took over that land, and y'all been fighting ever since y'all been in that land. Shooting bombs, you got missile defense systems. Alarm will go off and everybody will duck and take cover. But the scriptures say when Israel come into the land, there should be no more wars. There should be no more wars throughout the entire earth. Nations shall learn war no more. You see? Go ahead.
Revelations 2 and 9.
No, continue where you at.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah, y'all the synagogue of Satan, man. Y'all the chief house, the chief enemies of the Lord. Y'all primarily responsible for the hell that is put on these people. Raising rent prices. Oh, we gotta raise it because of inflation. They say inflation is a hidden tax to the people. Here it is, he own a real estate. You go to sign your lease again, you go from paying $1,200, he bumped that shit up to $1,400. The landlord be Jewish. Them the chief enemies of the Lord and his people. Y'all primarily responsible for all the hell that we catch. Continue on. Oh, give me Jeremiah 17.
First chapter. First verse. Jeremiah 17, verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt.
What?
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
So he said, thou even thyself. What are you talking about? Jeremiah. Jeremiah, you see, we received this prophecy. It didn't take place at the time, but it took place now. So Jeremiah is in the midst of one of these brothers. It's in the midst of us. The apostles of old, they forgot who they were, and they also forgot who they were in the scriptures, and they forgot their heritage. Continue.
Discontinue from thy heritage that I
gave thee.
Right, and so you're gonna discontinue from the heritage that he gave us. All the brothers that came in the faith forgot Passover. We wouldn't even think about the Bible. We know that the church is boring. I fell asleep in it all the time. That's some shit that you go to church when you get old and mash up what they say. You know, our people are atheists. Our people don't consider the Bible. If they do, they believe in God, but they don't know nothing about Him. They don't know all the great history of our people. We forgot our heritage. We forgot who we were. We in a damn mosque worshiping Buddha, Allah. We ain't know nothing about Passover. We ain't know nothing about Sabbath days. We didn't know we weren't supposed to eat pork. Read that one more time. Because this didn't happen to the Jewish man. Apparently they got it. They know what they're supposed to do. They in the land they belong in. You see? So how the hell are you the people of the Lord? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
What else?
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So since when did the Jewish man ever serve the enemies? We serve our enemies now. Whether you got to clock in for a boss, you work on a construction site, or you do some bullshit at a facilities job, you serve your enemies. Majority of our people in the service field. You see? So read that part again, and I'll just close.
And that I was for ye have
read that again. And I will cause.
And I will cause thy I will cause thee to serve thy enemies.
Right. I'll cause thee to serve thy enemies. Go ahead.
In the land which thou knowest not.
Yeah, we didn't know this land. Our Native American, the Northern Kingdom, came over here after they fled the Assyrian captivity. And you look at bringing out all the time the Lost Lunar Stone in, I believe, New Mexico. They said the ancient, the oldest form of Hebrew is what the Native Americans and the so-called Spanish tribes are speaking. And that Christopher Columbus needed Hebrew interpreters when he came to this land. And then the Negroes got brought here through captivity on slave ships as cargo. You see what I'm saying? So we could serve our enemies. For how many years? They say it was 230 years. Slavery ended, and it started at 16, 19, I think, 18. It ended 18 something. But we served our enemies. What? And we still do to this day.
For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Yeah, we kindled a fire in the Lord's anger. Slavery, we used to have the silence. That was anger. After slavery ended, they had something called black law, which is compared to South Africa's apartheid, where there be laws where if you're a so-called Negro, it be petty crimes. You cross the street when the light was red, you get locked up. You see, you have to go to school. If you didn't go to their school, what they do? They send the authorities to come take your child. I mean, don't.
Jim Crow laws.
Jim Crow. You want to expound on that?
Jim Crow laws, they say that we 3/5 of a man. So we got our people, they're trying to go to the enemy, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and the heathen for reparations. You're never going to get reparations, all right? Because everything really belongs to us anyway, but we're going to have our inheritance once Yahweh Shai comes back. Then we'll have everything.
Yeah, like just recently, Joe Biden signed the executive order to make lynching a hate crime. I mean, you're just now doing that. Sleepy Joe, Creepy Joe. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe with the crackhead son. So none of these prophecies fit the Jewish man. It fit you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And although y'all don't want to believe it or not, y'all the children of Israel. Ye are gods, but you're gonna die like men for your disobedience. So yes.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh.
Read that one more time, brother.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Yeah, because our people are all overly spiritual. They be the first one that win the Oscars be like, yo, I want to thank God first. Our people. See? Our people perform at the peak. Whether we be singers, talent, so far as dancing, skills, basketball, we bear witness that we are the children of God. And not only us, but these other nations. They say, man, what these people do is amazing. Look how high they jump. Look how good their voice is. Look how beautiful their land is, whether it be the islands, When they want something nice, where they go? They say, yo, man, I'm gonna go to Mexico, Colombia, you know what I'm saying? DR. The fuck is in France? Germany. Yeah, you can smoke weed on Amsterdam, brother. It ain't nothing beautiful over there.
They be famous in Atlanta. Get killed by midnight.
You said?
Probably get killed by midnight.
Y'all ain't got no flavor.
That's what happened to that Jake that was traveling. He was traveling around the world. He went into this bar, and one said something to the other, and then they hit him in the face, and he tried to fight one, and he had to run outside. They killed him outside in front of everybody.
That's right.
He got killed? He got killed. He literally got killed. He got, I think it was like, how the quarterbacks, cut you in the middle and broke him, man. Just killed him.
Let's stay on top.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. It says, ye are the salt of the earth.
Read that one more time. Call it and read it.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
Yeah, the salt. Meaning flavor. Anytime you want a meal to taste good, what do? You add salt. Our people are the salt of the earth. I mean, we jump in the basketball. We made it great. We jump in the NASCAR racing. What's that dude? He a J. You see? Anything we do, we add greatness to it. We are the inventors. We are the creators. Everything that was created in America was built by so-called Negroes. Well, you got that too? Give me that. Jacob is the former of all things. Give me Jacob is the former of all things. Right?
It says, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Right, so if the salt has lost its Jeremiah 10:16. Jeremiah 10:16.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
Yep.
But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
Yeah, because y'all the salt of the earth. But y'all lost y'all savior. What did you say? Savior. Yeah, of course. It's like you have the lesser form of the Heavenly Father, but you don't do nothing what you're supposed to be doing. You see? Y'all don't come back to the heritage. It's too hard for you. Wow, what's so hard about saying love your neighbor as you love yourself? A lot of problems in the hood right now, whether it be in Latin communities or Negro communities, y'all don't love yourself like y'all don't love your neighbor like y'all love yourself. And that's part of the two greatest commandments. Jay can't get with that. Nah, man. Nah, because he in this gang, he throwing up his flag and he disrespected the hood, yo. Like, I can't get with the second greatest commandment, which is love your neighbor as you love yourself. You see? Give me the curse, Deuteronomy, man. His eyes should be evil. 28 and what is that? Yeah, if you know what shot. Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy.
That's a part of the curses, man.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
They used to be very delicate, man. Israel used to be very delicate to one another. It's in the law that you're supposed to open your hand or your wallet wide to a poor among you. What you would do, you'd be a rich man, or you'd be, a man of some type of substance. You see a poor brethren of one of you, what you would do? You walk by, you might be at the market, you buy some food, you see him. Nah, brother, come work on my land. You give him a job to work, on your field. You'll build a house for him. So yeah, you might have a daughter or something, and you would give him a daughter to marry. He could be a young man, but he's just down on his luck. It used to be very tender. Back in the days, especially a lot of Latin tribes, they used to be cooking all their food, the abominables sometimes, most of the time, but they had their door wide open. You know what I'm saying? You go always get a plate. You just walk inside and get a plate. That used to be very tender and delicate. But what happened? What was the curse? Go ahead.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother.
Ain't nothing. How could you explain a drive-by shooting in the same neighborhood you was raised in on your brother? Your eye was evil. Y'all Jake is so welled up with anger and hate towards each other, man. Read that again. Why is this not coming out in the churches?
This is Deuteronomy 28:54.
We talking about woo, and shout out to the woo versus the chose, blood versus the Crips, Latin Kings versus the Papias, MS-13 versus the world. And who are they killing? They're killing their own. They're killing each other. How do you explain this happened amongst the Jewish men? That never happened. It's Jacob killing each other. Matter of fact, it's to the point now where the governor of New York is trying to outlaw drill music. A nigga went viral, a whole group of niggas, let's say that. But you can't call you a Judah, because that name is not fitting for you. A nigga, that's what you are. It came out, they went viral because they who I smoke, and he's outlining what he actually did to his ops. While that nigga was in the car, shot him. Read that again.
This is Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Come here, brother. You need something to eat. You need some food. I have some money. Come work on my field. I give you a wife. You can bear some children. And after 6 years of you working with me, the 7th year, if you might treat a brother so good, he might want to be a servant for life. That's his retirement plan. My Lord, you've been so good to me. I'll work for you forever. You bore his heirs, and that man's your brother, and he's a servant forever. That's how people used to get down, man. Now what is it? Gossiping, shooting each other, killing each other. You got worried about, man. I put your face on your mom's shirt. What type of dumb shit, man? But that's a curse that befell Israel, and we live in it now. It's a nightmare, yo. It's a fucking nightmare, yo. Worry about your mom going outside at a certain time, she can get a knockout game.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother.
Yeah, his eye should be evil to his brother. When I do a drill, I do it in a suit. A drill is you sliding on your ops. Right now, they got in Florida where they say the crime rate for 14 to 16-year-olds shot through the roof. 14-year-olds is living with these rappers talking about sliding on the ops. Who are they killing? Their own people. Our people are feeling the fury of the Lord, man. You see? And it only fits Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because y'all getting busy out there in Venezuela, the DR, Dominican Republic. y'all stupid assholes are shooting each other too. Y'all full of the curses too. Oh, that ain't my people. I ain't black. But if the men came out in DR is still killing each other. Look what they're doing in Mexico. Y'all are the people of the Lord, man. So go ahead, continue on.
And towards the wife of his bosom.
Yeah, man, y'all can't stand y'all women. Yeah, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. What other nation is saying that? Like, really?
The only ones that,
Yeah, we the only ones that say that. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Which a lot of our women are today, but we the only people saying that. I should be evil towards them, man. Fuck her and kick her out. You see? Go ahead.
and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
Towards his children. But they got a saying, black men leave their house. Black men ain't shit. And in a lot of cases it's true. Because it's the curse.
Well, wait a minute. You said that.
Huh?
You said that black man ain't shit.
It was black woman.
Wait a minute, hold on now. It ain't true. When they be saying black man ain't shit, they say, oh, he dealing with other women. We can deal with as many fucking women as he wants, right? As long as none of those women got a man. Tell you the truth. Because that's the primary thing when they say about black man ain't shit. You're talking about black man fucking women. You can fuck as many women as you fucking want to. As long as they don't got men. In the Bible it says if a man commits adultery, if he's laid down with a woman, look at Leviticus 20 chapter, 20 and 14.
This is Leviticus 20 and 14. And if a man This is Leviticus 20 and verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife.
Wait a minute. The man that committed adultery with another man's wife. Yeah, continue.
And it says the adulterer and the adulteress.
Yeah, what's on the top?
This is Leviticus 20 and 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife.
A man that committed adultery with another man's wife. So now right there, you really understand that adultery is if you lay down with another man woman. That's adultery. Not if you lay down with another woman other than the woman that the one you're saying is your girl. So what the hell are they talking about? Read it again.
It says Leviticus 20 and 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
So if you lay down with your neighbor's woman, another man woman, a woman that belongs to another man, you committed adultery. That's adultery. That's adultery. That's adultery. Not if you get with another woman. Stupid ass bitches. What are y'all talking about? They ain't shit. No, y'all bitches ain't shit. Get the fuck out of here. How many fuck? That's not woman on the mouth. Black women start talking shit. Know what you tell her? How many abortions you got? How many abortions you got? Watch you get all messed up. Watch you get all emotional right there. This is gonna get emotional. How many abortions you got? How many abortions you got? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Talking about old black men ain't shit. Y'all bitches ain't shit. Get the fuck out of here. All black men don't take care of their kids. Now let's deal with that. This whole black men don't take care of their kids shit. 70% of black children are raised by single mothers. First of all, you dumbass bitches, broads, smuts, sluts, tramps, scum. Definition of a single parent, according to Collins Dictionary, Merriam-Webster dictionary, as well as USLegal.com, a single parent by definition is someone who is pregnant. How many men out there do you know that got a woman pregnant and they still in a relationship with that woman? Somebody who has custody or joint custody of a minor child. So if you got custody or joint custody of someone that's a minor, by definition you're a single parent. But if you got joint custody, then I mean the father ain't around. Another definition, and if you got custody, why you got custody for? Is the man a threat to the existence of that child? If he's a threat to the existence of that child, they're not gonna understand him not being around. But if you and him broke up and you got custody, why you got custody for? Was he abusive? Did he threaten that child's life? No, bitch, you broke up and you wanted, you was bitter, so you went to get custody of the child. That's what it is. Or, I'll give you another example. Another definition of single parent is someone who's a widow. Because you're a widow, don't mean the man wasn't around while he was alive. If you legally separated, just because you're legally separated don't mean the man not a part of the child's life. You divorced, you're a single parent. That don't mean the man ain't a part of the child's life. If you've never been married, just because you've never been married don't mean the man not a part of the child's life. Those are the actual definitions of single parent. And then you got the aspects where the man left. For all of them different reasons, always because of the man ran off, or because he ran off. Well, if that's the case, that means every single last black man that had a child with a black woman, that means 100% of the time, the man was always the one. 100% of the time, he always dumped the child's mother. You mean to tell me no mother ever dumped their child's father? In the history of the planet Earth, no woman ever dumped their child's father. Knowing goddamn well, women dump men for petty ass shit. Girl, he don't buy no Valentine's Day, send him back to the streets. Or girl, he don't buy you this for your birthday, get rid of him. Wait a minute, hold on. What the hell I gotta do with him not taking care of the child? They're dumping them for petty ass reasons. Stupid ass broads. Oh no, but whenever he did, it's never because the man locked up for something he did or didn't do. Not because he did. Not because she had a one-night stand, got pregnant, and wasn't sure who was pregnant, never saw the man again. Not because she had sex with so many men that she got pregnant and she never encountered the man again. Not because she had a baby to skip child support or government assistance. Nope, 100% of the time it's all because he dumped her. 100% of the time. That means that if a man always left because he didn't want to be a part of the child's life, so that means he always left because he didn't want the responsibility. Which means 100% of the time, the woman was just perfect. There was no flaw in her that made him want to leave. No flaw. He always, right? Right or wrong? He always left because he didn't want the responsibility. I'm out of here. Bye. All the time. It's never because of her. She never goes controlling. No, we get scared to get controlling because she's got this fake behind her. Not because she was controlling, manipulative, deceitful. Nope. Always because he ain't with the responsibility. 100% of the time. You know what that means, brother? Anybody that goes around pushing that crap is either a racist or a person that believes in racist lies about black men. Straight up. You got something?
Yeah. This is Exodus 21 and 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall be not diminished.
Shall he not diminish? Meaning what? Why would it say take him another wife? Because she can have another woman. Does everything I said make sense, brother? Let me know if it didn't make sense. No, I mean everything I said the whole time was the whole woman thing. That's 100% truth. If you got mad at right now, you got brothers in the kid that probably never met their pop. But guess what, brothers? I'll let you know something. If you never met your father, and you never met anybody on your father's side of the family, here's the truth. More than likely, mother don't know who the hell he is. Think about it. You don't know my pops, man. But you don't know your pop's brother, sister, none of his parents, none of his cousins, none of his childhood friends, none of that. Your mother can't show you where he lived. She can't show you a picture of him. Video footage, nothing. You know what that means? More than likely, she don't know who he is, man. And if she do know who he is, it was a one-night stand, she got pregnant, and that was that. That's what it is. You fucking black woman, you fucking nigga woman, put the camera on this sign right here. You damn woman of the tribes,
The Most High gonna fucking destroy you. Shalom, the Most High gonna destroy you, goddamn wicked ass fucking nigga woman, man. You wicked ass so-called Israelite woman. Alright? That's the truth, man. That's the truth. You think these men out there that's celebrities that have children, you think that these men are gonna go and have a baby and willingly choose not to take care of their child, knowing that they'll be paying exponential amounts of money in child support? You think they ain't gonna take care of it? Listen, if I was a rapper and I had a baby, even if I didn't want to be with the chick, guess what? I'm gonna take care of my child. So I know that I'll get like, should be getting like 25,000 a month child support. You know damn well that's way, you think no goddamn well 25 G's a month? That's 300,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? That's 300,000 a year. That's way more than much you'll be spending on a 4-year-old. You got adults that survive off less than 300,000 a year. So guess what? These rappers after having babies, they're not willingly having babies and saying, oh, I'm out of here. Yup, I'm going. No. Them bitches is having them babies because they want money. They want money, man. Get the fuck out of here. Next time a woman get out of order, just tell her how many abortions you got, bitch. Instead she fucking start talking shit. That's all. I seen this video on the internet a few days ago. Yeah, some bitch. She went and jumped on some man in the store. She was some man in the store, tried to attack him. And then the dude started protecting himself. Some bigger dude came and started punching him up. Started punching him. If that was me, I would have knocked him, I would have knocked the bitch and the nigga out. Boom! Straight up, man. Yeah, boy, what you got? That video pissed me off. Next time that happens, man, I hope he fucking kills you, man. Alright? Next time that happens, I hope he kills you. Who's that? Who's that? Alright? I can't see who that is. Alright, go ahead. Who's that? Oh shit!
Oh, that's from Philly.
I got a big beard, man.
Yeah, he got a bigger beard now.
Now you mention me, I can tell. Yeah.
This is Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman.
Adulterous woman. Cause you women are adulteresses, man. You a bunch of damn sluts out here. That's what y'all are. Cause these damn crackers, the white man Esau, told you I can go around and do what the hell y'all want to do. That's the problem with a lot of these stupid ass women. That's why they got babies and they know who their child's father is. Cause they go around fucking every dude y'all come across, man. And getting pregnant. And bro.
Maury showed you that shit.
Yeah, the Maury show showed you that.
That was a black embarrassment show. That's what you call it. The nigga embarrassment show.
And they finally get rid of that show.
Yeah.
They finally get rid of it. With Maury's a so-called Jew, if I'm not mistaken. But that's the whole point. That's why y'all women have children and don't know who y'all child's fathers are. Because they go around having sex with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. And then y'all got such a low level of accountability and responsibility that y'all won't even tell your child you don't even know who the father is. Oh, he ran off. No, bitch. You had sex with some dude in 95 at Freaknik in Atlanta, got pregnant, and you never saw the nigga again. That's what happened. You fucking smut. That's what happened. Get the hell out of here, man. Go ahead. The other day, some chick I know told me that her son called her a bitch. Right? Now her son is a teenager, like in his late teens. So she explained me the story, whatever. Now next time she bring it up to me, I'm gonna give it to her straight and say, listen, man, look. You can't be talking to your son the way these women talk to their man. And I already know she would say, what you mean by that? Well, these women talk to their sons the way they talk to their men. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. You ain't shit, nigga. Fuck out. I don't care where you go, nigga. I heard these bitches tell their kids that. Their own sons, man. They call their own daughters bitches, man.
Yeah, that movie Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood.
You ain't gonna be shit.
Yeah.
Your daddy wasn't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they talk to their kids, man.
Exactly. They say they talk to their kids. Slapping their kids up. How many times you walk the street and you see these fucking black bitches slapping their sons and daughters? Get up! Keep walking, little nigga. Right or wrong? Am I lying? Go see. You better not play in that snow. Playing that snow, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you today. You've all seen that happen. You guys didn't say that?
Yeah, I was on the train one time a couple years ago. This fucking nigga bitch, she had like 2 kids. One of them was crying. His kids kept on crying, man. She didn't give a fuck. Kid was bawling his fucking lungs out, and the Edomite woman had to come take the baby up out and rock the fucking baby, bro. And she's just still there, just like, and she don't give a fuck, man.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 58.
This is Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness.
She eat it from wipe her mouth. When the person eats something, wipe their mouth. I'm gonna give it all that residue. So she eat it from wipe her mouth. Meaning she commits an act and tries to cover up her tracks. Say, I ain't doing nothing wrong. Say I done no wickedness. I ain't doing nothing wrong. You a goddamn liar. You got women out there like the Tom Likas show. One of my like shows like listen to on YouTube. He had women calling in. He's like, how many? I want women to call in. I want women to call in. Just a woman. And I want y'all to tell me, how many of you women have a man raising a child that he thinks is his that's not? A woman used to call the show. Yeah, I'm married to somebody, so-and-so and so-and-so, and we separated for like a year or how many months before a year, and I wound up getting pregnant, and the baby that's being raised, he thinks is his. He was like, I got blonde hair, blue eyes. He had blonde blue eyes, but the baby has like brown hair and brown eyes, something like that. He said, oh, he said he didn't want to know. But bitch, even if he said he didn't want to know, that ain't the reason why you ain't telling him. You know, and he said, she said that she sends the child's father pictures every now and then of the child so that he can know what he's missing out on. That's how these bitches are, man. That's how these fucking women are. And you got these men out here that kiss these women ass, man. That worship the ground these women walk on. When they're a bunch of damn sluts. Worshiping these damn women, man. These niggas always trying to salvage a bitch. I can find a good in her. You got guys that's gonna watch this video that might be Israelites. You know, man, I don't like the way that brother talking about women, man. But I got a daughter. Well, fuck your fucking daughter, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed off right now, man. To hell with your damn daughter. Guess what? More than likely you got a daughter, guess what? I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. She probably gonna grow to be a slut in this society. Just the truth, man. And guess what? Your son may grow to be a nigga. Because you know why? 2/3 is bigger than 1/3. Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Yeah, children are their oppressors, man. Look at the ghettos, man. These blacks and Latinos in the ghettos shooting up the neighborhood, killing up the damn neighborhood, man. You can't even go in the corner store without a group of fucking niggas, a bunch of black Latino demons, thick demons, staring at you, man. You try to go into the store, you got a group of niggas in front of the corner store. And you gotta be like, oh man, here go these damn niggas. You gotta like, let me just walk in the store without looking at them, these goddamn monsters, man. And then when you go in the store, you gotta get what you want. And then you gotta hope niggas in the store ain't with the niggas outside. You reaching to buy something, you got some musty nigga with a tank top on, reaching over you, grabbing some annihilators, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You think what I'm saying? You think what I'm saying?
It's funny because it's fucking real, bro. That shit really fucking happens, man. Niggas ain't got no fucking yo, you get that.
Yeah. When you walk by something, you got some musty nigga. I took a shower today. You got some musty nigga reaching over you, grabbing shit. And you looking back like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, man? And then you gotta be like, yo, you know what, man? Get the hell out of here. You gotta leave. I've seen that happen. I've gone to stores and I've seen the guy in the store. I'm like, yo, this guy ain't from this neighborhood, man. He ain't got no business even being around here. He'll go in the store trying to buy something, and he'll see there's too much traffic in the store, too much niggas, and he'll feel like the coast is clear. I don't think there's nobody around. Let me get the hell out of here. And he'll like reach his way out the damn store. I've seen that happen, man. You go in the store and hope the niggas outside the store don't start something. Hope the niggas in the store don't start something. When you leave, you gotta hope the niggas outside the store that you go past want to start something on the way out.
Or by the time you're not even paid yet, and somebody's asking you for a handout.
Yeah. Cause like I said, children are the oppressors, man. These dudes are shooting and killing up the damn neighborhood. They shooting, stabbing, robbing, beating up and killing and slashing everybody in the damn neighborhood, man. You go outside, flower pots is kicked over. Flower pots, you know why niggas can't have nothing. That's why the only remedy is to exterminate 2/3 of our own people. Okay. Children are their oppressors, man. Children are their oppressors. Children oppress the community, man.
And women rule over them.
Women rule over them. They worship these damn women. They kiss this woman ass. They do what the other woman say. Yo, man. Yo. My wife would kill me if I came home at 10 o'clock. Like, I was in the park today. I brought my punching bag to the park. I was there for like about 45 minutes. And some chick came and like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to box. So, blah, blah. And so, can I get your number? So. I was like, just come out here on Saturday. I ain't going out there on Saturday. I ain't going back out there.
Trying to set you up.
Probably. And if she do, she gonna wish she didn't. Fucking bitch. I ain't gonna go out there next week Saturday. Hell no. That's the reason why I don't like going out there 9, 10, 11 in the morning. When I go out there with my heavy bag, I go out there like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning with nobody around. That way I don't gotta worry about nobody asking me no damn questions. Nobody sitting there trying to look. And then I told her, like, just come out here tomorrow Saturday. I said, don't forget. She's like, you don't forget. She kind of like corrected me a little bit. Kind of like, she didn't like jokingly, but kind of like challenging me. I'm like, bitch, you better get the. My mom was like, you know what? I wasn't gonna come out there any damn way. To tell you the truth. And if I do go out, I'm gonna go out there early in the morning, like 6 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because these damn women think I was talking to her brother Nyc Camp Pops earlier today. He was like, you gotta be heartless with these bitches, man. You gotta be cold with them. Who the hell are you? He said, God made women to be a helpmate to a man. You're not my damn equal. I don't even give a damn nigga money to me. He's still not my equal. He's like 67.
That's what he said?
Huh?
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, I don't give a damn if you make more money than me than that. You're still not my equal. He said, someone called me today to his girlfriend, I'm not gonna say her name, and she said, so. I'm like, hey, what you want? What you want? He's like, I'm good, I'm all right, okay, yeah, all right, cool, I'll see you later. He's like, you gotta be hard with these damn bitches, man. You gotta be cold. He said, guess what? That's what they respect. He said, he told me last week, he was like, because he's talking about the whole Will Smith thing. And he was like, how that bitch is only around because of him. But he made a statement. He said last week, he said every woman wants a man until he decides to become a man. That's when the love go out the window, but then that's when the respect comes. You know what I'm saying? You like, guys, I don't want to do that. I got one Jay I grew up with. This nigga's henpecked, man. This nigga's henpecked. Henpecked is when you're in a relationship with a woman and she's dominant. This nigga's henpecked, man. He get up in the morning, go to work. Before he go to work out, he can take the kids to daycare. That damn woman go to work after you. You gotta be work at 7, and she gotta be work at 8. Let her do that shit. What the fuck you getting them extra early doing that for, man? Kissing some damn bitch ass. She a fucking woman. A woman can't do nothing but complain. They can't enforce nothing, man. They ain't our equals, man. Go ahead.
It says,
Kissing these damn woman ass.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
I be talking about women like that. See? You know what I mean? That's what they're saying in his mouth right now. Go ahead.
It says, O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
Yeah, they which lead our people cause them to error. Cause them to go off. Cause them to go off. You understand what I'm saying? They which lead our people cause them to error. You know? All of these leaders that have been set up in the society, I don't care if it's civil rights movement until now, like Martin Luther King. That jackass. That nigga he had niggas getting knocked upside the head to eat a damn have a piece of cheesecake to have a piece of cheesecake at a white man restaurant. Here you are, I'm going in here, man. To eat a piece of damn cheesecake at a white man restaurant. That's not demoralizing, man. Getting knocked upside the head. You got your own goddamn restaurant, you stupid ass niggas. And you know what the fuck white men do? Every Black History Month, they always put that BS on the news, man. Every goddamn time. I mean, on television. Oh, see, look. We shall overcome someday. You know that BS, man. Niggas walking 10 miles to work because the white man said you can't sit in front of our bus. Meanwhile, niggas got their own buses. You got your own damn buses, man. They want to sit in a white man bus for. Why you gonna go get that inside your head to eat from a white man restaurant where they can spit in your damn food? Here they are calling you nigga. They hanging you stupid ass niggas. Then they won't spit in your food? Go ahead, man. I don't even like going to chick restaurants sometimes. Once I go in and that people chick got a bad attitude, I just leave. I'm out. I just leave, man. Let it leave. This bitch got attitude. Let it leave, man. Yeah.
It says, and destroy the way of thy paths.
You destroy the way of your path, man. Your path of righteousness. Object.
This is Deuteronomy 28:58.
You got it back.
If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law, yeah.
Sorry, 56. Sorry. Let me read that. 56.
Deuteronomy 28:56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot, of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil towards the husband. Deuteronomy 28:56. The tender and delicate woman among you.
Tender and delicate woman amongst us. That's talking about the Negro, Latino, Native American woman. Our woman used to be very tender and delicate. Not anymore. Our women rough, they ghetto, they ratchet, they bad bitches. Hood girls for the summer girls for the win. Our woman used to be tender and delicate. Go ahead.
Which would not adventure.
Which would not adventure. Go ahead.
To set the sole of her foot upon the ground.
She wouldn't even consider setting her foot on the ground. Go ahead.
For delicateness.
For delicateness. Our woman was so delicate to the touch. And that's a beautiful thing that a woman has, man. Like a super delicate, feminine woman. Soft voice, soft to the touch. Ooh, that's dirty. Our woman used to be like that. She would not as much as put her foot on the ground for delicateness. Go ahead.
Delicateness and tenderness.
And tenderness, go ahead.
Her eyes shall be evil towards her husband.
Her eyes should be evil to her husband. You get with a woman now, especially a woman of these tribes. Oh, what you doing on Saturday? What you doing on Saturday? You with some other bitch, right? Right? Cause all y'all niggas is hoes and y'all ain't shit. That go up in the Latin community too. With Latin women. Always speaking against a man. Always speak. Oh, but now it's a cockroach. Oh, step up and step up. Now it's a cockroach around. Oh, the man gotta step up and be a man. Or if a fight break out, oh, but you ain't gonna protect me? He just smacked me, babe. You ain't gonna protect me? That woman full of shit, man. Go ahead, and they the reason why, they're the biggest reason why our nation is in the condition that it's in. Like brother just read, I know for personally, man, my sister, man. Oh, I don't believe in beating children because your father beat me. My father was trying to do right by my sister. My sister was a fucking knucklehead, man, in school. She used to be fighting, cursing at people. My pop tried to straighten her out. And as a result, she said, I grew up with regrets, so I never hit her children. Now she got my nephew. He punching bitches in the eyes. And he only in the 4th grade. He blacking little girls' eyes. I say, yo, sis, if you don't whip his ass, he gonna be a menace. His pop's locked up, fighting an attempted murder charge. He ain't coming home no time soon. But go ahead, read it again.
Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband.
Yeah, niggas ain't shit, man. Yeah, niggas always cheating, man. Always in another bitch face. How you gonna break up with a man because he got with another woman? That's the most stupid thing you could do. Because if you get with another man, he gonna cheat on you too. Men are not built to be with one woman. In this fantasy world that women live in. Oh, it's my man. It's only my man. She got a height requirement. He gotta be 6 feet. But if she lesbian, the girl don't gotta be 6 feet. You ever notice that? when she was straight, oh, man gotta be 6 feet and above. But when she turned gay, oh, ain't no height requirements. Man, y'all women go get it, man. Y'all go feel it, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because that so-called white man, he invented that women's liberation, all right, feminism. So now that these women have liberty, you see what they doing. They not empowering their people. They destroying our nation. They having abortions. They being whores. They don't even know how to be women. They don't know how to take care of their husband, cater to their husband, and they going against the scripture, Genesis 3:16.
Yeah, they're the most unhappy they've ever been in history. They thought that men was having fun working at the job. No, man. Who the fuck wants to work? Women's liberation, women's freedom. You got Women's Month. We're celebrating women all month. Yo, this place is ridiculous, man.
What do they do to celebrate?
Right.
They ain't do nothing.
Women get their ass kissed all year. All year. To the point where she thinks she better than you. Man, that's why when the draft come, listen, if they don't draft women, it'll be a civil war in this land, man. Because men are tired of that shit, yo. Men in Ukraine mad as hell right now. Because you had that feminism bullshit in Ukraine. They mad as hell. I'm a man, I gotta die for this country. But yet these fucking women would be on their period in the office talking back to me. Get paid more than you to do an office job. You got women right now making 80 grand a year to a event coordinator. All she do is set up events and she's making 80 grand a year. And here it is, you're a construction worker, you might only be making $20 an hour. 45,000 a year.
And then with her career, you know, when you get in a relationship with a woman that got her own job, her own place, she's not gonna give you any of that. She's not gonna help you out. She's all for self in this society.
That's right.
You know, she don't know how to, you know, go 50-50. Because that's the slogan. You get in a relationship with them, oh, we gonna go half and half. No, all the responsibilities is still on the man. Meanwhile, a woman, she can do whatever she wants to do. You know, her money is her money.
She could be making 90,000 a year. You gotta pay the rent though. You make 60. You make 60, 65 a year. You still gotta pay the rent. Where her money going? To LV, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Bottega, Montclair, Burberry. That's where her money going. Women are the chief spenders. Women spend 80% of on retail. Women do that shit, man. You see? You have something real quick? Yeah, drop it.
This is Isaiah chapter 32. I'm gonna start at verse 9.
Yeah.
It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease."
Rise up, ye women that are at ease, man. Our women are at ease as hell, man. They work all these comfortable, high-paying jobs in office settings with a whole bunch of other women, making 80 to 90,000 a year. Event coordinator. Fuck is that? And plush AC buildings, AC unit buildings that's maintained by men. Read that again.
It's Isaiah chapter 32.
But I never date a plumber. I never date an HVAC tech. I never date a blue collar worker. But here it is, y'all in a fucking office building that these men are maintaining. These plumbers is pulling shit and tampons out the toilet. I never date a plumber though. Read that, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9.
Yeah, hot.
Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Y'all women are fucking ease, man. Y'all too comfortable. Oh yeah, I'm getting chopped. Man, I got this fucking demon that I'm dating now, man. She a demon, yo. And I call her my sugar mama. Cause she is. She pay for shit for me. She talk about she making fucking 90,000 a year. She making 90 grand a year. And her baby father ain't got a job and still on child support. You women are gonna feel it, yo. Y'all women are at ease, man. Y'all got it too comfortable. Y'all can make Y'all gotta have a salary, a good salary job. You know your baby father make less than you, but you scorned as hell because he probably cheated on you, quote unquote cheating on you, because there's no such thing as a man cheating on a woman. He probably got with another woman, you mad as hell, broke up with him and put him on child support. Now you making all this money and he still gotta pay child support. Go ahead.
Hear my voice, you careless daughters.
Y'all careless as hell. Y'all sleep with all type of men, don't even know his history. Matter of fact, y'all can know his history. Y'all know he a criminal. Yeah, man, my man, he doing the bid right now, but I'm gonna hold him down. Y'all foolish. Y'all careless. You know that nigga, you know he had a reputation of whipping bitches' ass, but you gonna get with him because he fine, right? Man, I had a girl once tell me, man, and this was not too long ago actually, man, 22-year-old girl, man. You know, we get to messing around or whatever. And I said, what happened if you get pregnant? What you do? She said, I'm gonna get the vacuum. I'm sucking that shit up. Go ahead, man.
He says,
I stopped messing with, hey, if you wanna know, I stopped messing with her after that. Go ahead.
he says, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman.
A lot of, many days and years till you be trouble, you careless daughters, man. Because it's about to be a lot of trouble, man. All these, because women are doing great in this society, man. They're doing lovely, man. They surpass the men. Give me that. You know what's that? Hey, Jeremiah, you know what's that? Trouble you have? All right. Yeah, give me Jeremiah 31:22. Because y'all women in this society is doing great. They doing better than men. They said more women go to college than men. We gotta talk about this because women contribute to the oppression of Israel. More women go to college than men. There's more women in college than men are. Y'all surpassing men economically. But I can't get a good man. What's a good man? Oh, no blue collar workers. I want a man with a white collar job. Nigga might be making $42,000 a year, pushing paperwork. But go ahead, give me that.
Jeremiah 31:22.
Yeah.
How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
Thou backsliding daughters, go ahead.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. What?
A woman
Go ahead.
shall compass a man.
Shall compass a man. The Lord has created a new thing in the earth. That's in Jeremiah. That didn't happen during the time of Jeremiah. That happening now. A woman shall compass a man. Women are doing better than men. You see women pushing up to these restaurants and fucking Rolls Royces, Maybachs, Mercedes. They got hair businesses. They control the office space, so good luck trying to get a job in the office. Sexual harassment suits. Women should compass to men. More than likely, a woman you meet today, she's doing better than you. She got a plus job making $70,000 a year, and she still collecting child support from her baby father. Plural. Sometimes it's plural. Yeah. The Lord have created a new thing in the earth. A woman should compass a man, and as a result of a woman being above a man, our nation is all wrecked, man. Young Dolph had one of his lyrics in his song. My niggas is the neighborhood terrorists. That's a result of single mothers, man. You know, my mama raised me by herself, man. My mama raised me by myself, man. He all emotional. His emotions unstable. He ain't never really had a job. You see? But yeah, man. Jump back to that.
It's Isaiah chapter 32, verse 10.
And and as a result, a lot of the children that you raise is gonna be the same one afflicting your ass in these days, man. When they can't get no food, they're gonna be running in your houses, man. Women got 3 roommates. All of them making 70 grand a year. Men gonna start running in y'all apartments. All you college bitches, all you corporate women. Go ahead.
Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman.
Yeah, many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless woman. Go ahead.
For the vintage shall fail.
Yeah, all them good, plushy, lovely jobs you guys should fail. Yeah, we ain't recognize you, huh? Go ahead.
It says, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
What's going on, man?
Likewise, brother.
It's Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless woman. For the vintage shall fail.
Yeah, all them plush, all them, you know, stay paying off your apartments, paying your rent. All that child support shit you got your man on, just oppressing the hell out of them. And then be laughing at their children making fun of the father. The father try to come back in the picture. Daddy, where you been? You know, you ain't shit. And the mother over here laughing. Well, you should have been there more for her. Man, that woman is evil as hell, man. That woman evil as hell, man. All that, Deuteronomy 21:10 again, man. Let's bring that out, cause a lot of these problems, niggas ain't, like brother excellently pointed out, man. Niggas ain't shit. Why? Cause he cheated on you, quote unquote cheated on you. He got with another woman. So you gonna leave him and get with another man? He gonna do the same thing to you, stupid. 21:10. Deuteronomy 21:10. Real quick, give me that quick. Deuteronomy 21:10. That woman are airheads, man. I don't even watch TV no more because it's full of just feminist bullshit, yo.
Yeah, that's why we stick to the internet. You pick and choose what's coming on, what you want to watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't, like brother said, man, I don't watch that bullshit TV and shit. You know, if I'm watching TV, it's some fucking anime or some shit, man. You know?
That's what we want to say.
Nah, bro.
Deuteronomy 21.
Fucking airheads,
10.
man. Yo, man, it be to the point where I don't even like y'all women, man. I don't even want to date y'all women. I don't want to talk to y'all women, yo.
Get it and go, man.
If you even want to do that, I'm at the point I don't even want to do that, man. Y'all women are airheads, man. Y'all fucking stupid, yo. But don't worry, when war break out, man, don't come looking at men. Because they're going to be the same men that's going to hunt your ass, man. Men are pissed off. Men are pissed off. Men are pissed off with this feminist bullshit y'all got going on, man. Even Esau, fuck him though. But men are tired of this shit, man.
Deuteronomy 21:10.
Speak up, huh?
Thou, when thou goest,
Deuteronomy 21:10.
that's what I was trying
All right. Go ahead, continue with that. Huh?
It's Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 10.
Exodus 21.
It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not
The
come.
gathering should not come. The vintage shall fail, the gathering should not come. All these jobs about to be lost, man. All them plushy jobs, you about to lose it, man. We are going in some tough economic times, man. This is about to be worse than the Great Depression. You're already starting to fill in at the grocery store. What are you gonna do when men that you've been rejected and men that live in your neighborhood, you've been treating them like shit? What do you think they're gonna do when they can no longer afford food? They're taking it from you. It's about to get real bad for you, you bad bitches, man. And good for y'all, man. We can't wait. Go ahead. And don't worry, man. Your baby father gonna pay you a visit. It ain't gonna be a nice one. He coming to kill your ass, man. I see some video on Facebook, man. Jake, he said he was a nurse. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was a decent, yeah, you know, dark-skinned Jake, man, probably Judah. And he was talking about, he said, man, I just did some crazy shit. He said, well, and he explained it in a video. He said, man, I off my wife, which was, I believe, a Moabite woman, or either a Moabite or a Hispanic woman. She was a nurse. He's a nurse. He said, I just offed her. And then my baby mom, because the first wife, the one that he was currently married to, she was pregnant with his child, and she was talking about, oh, I'm gonna leave you in with the baby. so you ain't gonna see your baby. So he killed her. And then his baby moms, with his 2 kids, he got him on child support, and she won't even allow him to see her children, his children. So what he do? He was recording in front of the apartment complex, and he said, he said, yeah. So he explained the situation. He said, man, so right now, I'm in front of my baby mom's house, and I'm about to kill her too. And he said, man, I never thought in my life I'll be going through this situation to where I don't have no family. I can't even see my children. Y'all laughing at fucking Tyrese. Our own people laughing at me. What more do you want from me? Y'all thinking that shit funny. Our people should be outraged that fucking women putting them on child support that much, man. That should be a national outcry. You're like, y'all turn Tyrese situation to a meme. There's a lot of men out here crying right now on child support that can't see their child. And that's why.
What was that Reese name? That got the basketball player, he paying out like $30 million over
Brittany Winner.
Yeah.
Brittany Winner, $20K a month.
She flat out came out and said she just had a baby with him just to get him. Just to get where she's at. You know what I'm saying? And niggas like, yo, yeah, Shorty got him, son. Shorty got him. It's only funny till it happened to you, huh, niggas? It's only funny till it fucking happened to you, man. And then, hey, all them dudes that's going out, I'm not saying like everybody go out there and off these bitches. I'm not saying that. I'm not putting that out there. But all these dudes that's going out there and doing that shit, do you, my man. Because these bitches deserve that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They really deserve that shit. And these bitches they don't got no fucking remorse, man. They ain't remorseful about it or none of that shit, man.
I got a guy at my job now. He got to work 14 hours a fucking day. And half of that is getting taken in child support, man. Half his check is getting taken in child support, man. Yo, man. And like brother said, Tom Lakers. Yo, you really listen to Tom Lakers? You know, he an Edomite, but he bring out a lot of good information about this woman, man. You really start hating women, yo. Oh yeah, you know I got 3 baby fathers. They all pay me child support, and I got a job. And y'all really gonna get it, man.
Say do hungry all die, man. You know, he got that little stupid little nigga bitch and they shot her cousin in the head.
Shot her.
And he shot herself 2 times. You know what I'm saying? I should show you how stupid you women are. Hey, they said boom, shot the nigga in the head, man. You know, that's where we at, man. This is where the fuck we at, man. You know, Eve made that bond with the fucking serpent, and this is where we fucking end up, man. That's what happened when a fucking woman is in a leadership position, man. And that's why the serpent came to her weak ass, man. Adam would have probably smacked the shit out that nigga in the garden, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. So he's like, nah, I gotta slid around to the weaker vessel, man. Let me get to the woman. Because these women are weak, man. You know? Anybody that judge a situation based off emotions is a weak motherfucker, man. Rather than logic and facts, man. That's the manly way to go. That's a strong way to go, man. You know? You got it back, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Read that again. And what's that? King servants, what they say. And he have run out the witch for you.
Right? Deuteronomy 21 and 10.
Yeah.
I mean, so like Exodus.
Exodus 21.
Exodus 21 and 10. If he taketh him another wife.
If a man takes another wife, so according to the Bible, that's lawful. Y'all, what are y'all women in church talking about? Oh, he a cheater. Oh, the pastor slept with another woman. Well, the goddamn right, the pastor got the right to, according to the Bible. Even though the pastor's wicked as hell. But where's it say in the Bible that it's unlawful for another man to take another wife? Go ahead.
Her food, her raiment.
So her food, go ahead. Her raiment, her clothes, go ahead.
And her duty of marriage shall be.
Shall he not?
Shall he not diminish?
Shall he not diminish? Meaning he's still supposed to provide provision. The duty of marriage, and what's the duty of marriage? Sex. You got women out here that deny the right.
I got that right here.
Yeah, you got women that deny the right of sex to her man. Cause you mad. Bitch, you don't own your body. You know what I'm saying? You got women out here, oh, cause he ain't buy me no flowers for Valentine's Day. He ain't getting no ass. Yeah, man, go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I'm starting at verse 3. It says, let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
Through benevolence, man. You know, sex. Yeah, sex.
Love and affection.
Yeah, love and affection. That's according to the Bible, that's what constitutes marriage. The act of sex, okay? There's no, come in, baby, let me caress you and buy you roses. And no, the act of marriage is sex. Women breaking up with their man because he didn't hold me enough. He didn't like to cuddle. The fuck is that, cuddling? That's every woman's big thing. He like to cuddle. Oh man, no, the love is through the act of sex, marriage. That's what joins people together, right?
It says, let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
That's right, man. So if your man had a long day, you might not feel like giving that man head or having sex with him. But you got to. That's your duty. This is a job. But a lot of y'all women want to be married, but y'all want the responsibility.
Yeah, they just want the ceremony, posting on Instagram and all that shit. You know, the scriptures say the woman was made for the man, not the man for the woman. You was made to serve us, man. So if I come home from a long day of fucking work and I want to get my rocks off, you better get here and fucking do it. That's what you were created to fucking do. Right. To be comfort for me. Right. Not the otherwise. And of course, hey, that's why a large percentage, I forgot the percentage, but a large percentage of divorces, the majority of divorces are caused by women, man. 80% of divorces are filed or are initiated by the woman. And it's not because of the man. It's because of her fucking selfish needs, man. Or she got somebody on the side that she want to deal with, man. You know? She'll stop having sex with her husband to get with some other nigga, man. Yeah. Oh, Hulk Hogan's fucking wife, man. You know? She was fucking a 19-year-old on the side, man. And I'm pretty sure Hulk was going home, bringing home the checks and all that shit. And he wasn't getting no ass, no nothing, man.
Tired.
Oh, yeah, I'm tired. Oh, let's sleep, man. Hey, if your woman tell you that, then guess what you do, brother? Get the fuck out my house, bitch. Or go get you somebody else, man. Go get you another woman that's down to do that shit, man. And don't be marrying these fucking women, man. That's a fucking trap, man. Because when you marry these women, you're not only marrying her, you got the third party, which is the state involved, man. Now guess what? She divorced you if you in a fucking union, because that's the story of my union, man. Yo, man, this fucking bitch divorced me. She took half my fucking annuity. Now I gotta work 20 extra years to build that shit back up. Stop marrying these fucking women, man. Stop doing that shit, man. And then a nigga will go through that shit. Yeah, but you know, this one, she's the real one, you know what I'm saying? And she'll divorce you. Stupid. I know niggas like that. I work with these niggas, man. I hear these things every fucking day. I work with a dude. He built his fucking house from the ground up, bro. The house is worth $500,000, man. And don't you know they adopted a little fucking goop baby, and she left that nigga. And guess what? She took the house, and he got paid child support for a fucking kid that ain't even his. That's what's fucking happening, man. But you stupid ass men out there are still marrying these fucking women, man. Getting on your fucking knee to put a fucking ring on her nasty ass finger, man. Come on, man. Wake the fuck up, man.
The same finger that with that hand she used to do all type of things to other men.
All sorts of shit to all the whole, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know how many niggas done
got they
rocks off on her fucking face and all that shit? But here she is at the wedding with a fucking a veil over her fucking face like she's pure, man. That's these women for you, man. Such is the way of an adulterous woman, man. Hell, listen. If a woman has sex with more than one man, she's a fucking whore, man. And she's be put to fucking death, man. unless her first husband is dead. Other from that, she's supposed to be one man for the rest of her life, man. The scriptures tell you that, man. Well, that's like Romans 7, man. The woman is bound to the man as long as she lives, man. As long as he lives. It's like, you know, it says the wife have not power over her own body, but the husband. Bitch, you belong to me. You belong to me. That tit, that ass, everything, that's mine. It says, likewise, the husband has not the power of his own body, but the wife. And the man is supposed to do the same exact. If the woman, she's in heat, baby, let me get some real quick. Give it to her, man. Give it to her ass good. Put her ass to sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time a woman should tell you she's sleepy, man. After you done tore that shit up, man. Destroy that shit. Yo, get you some your himbe in your water. You know what I'm saying? Tear that shit up, man. I gotta be wrong. It says, defraud not ye one to another, except that ye be consent for a time, that ye may give yourself to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not in your inconsistency, right, man? Because if you don't give these things, then you're gonna be tempted, man. You know, if you don't give your woman nothing, she's gonna be tempted with another man, because guess what? She's hearing from her girlfriends how they getting it at home. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I ain't getting that shit at home, man. You know what? We call this nigga Martin up. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone. She gonna call Tyrone.
Ray.
You know, the nigga with the bald head. He
Or the nigga with the dreads, depending on her caliber of woman.
Right, bro.
The nigga bald head or dreads.
And that's what's gonna happen, bro. And that's what's gonna happen. So when you're married, according to the Bible, listen, if you're a man, you come home and you want to get your rocks off, she better be able to provide that. And likewise, man. And the law was fair in this situation, man. The man got to do the same. If your lady wants, because these women think about sex more than men. If she wanted, you better give it to her, man. You know? Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Romans 7 and 2. For the woman which hath an husband.
Start at once.
Romans 1. Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speaketh to them that know the law.
Right, so this is in the law. Go ahead.
How that the law hath dominion over a man.
Right. Go ahead.
As long as he liveth.
Right, so what the fuck are these pastors talking about, man? You know, the law is done away with, man. You're still living, right? So as long as you live, these laws still apply to you, man. You still got to keep the laws. And that's why when we go off and we do certain things, you know, we get affected. You eat certain foods, you get sick. Go ahead.
Romans 7 and 2. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law of her husband.
Right. She's bound by the law of her husband, man. Go ahead.
So long as he liveth.
Right. So guess what, man? Now, the act of marriage is through what? Sex, man. Sex consecrate the marriage. So back then, a man will meet a virgin and he'll have sex with her and she'll become his wife. He ain't get on no fucking one knee and beg her to fucking marry him. He didn't do that shit, man. That came about with the fucking Romans, man. And while, as long as that man lives, that woman is bound to him. Meaning she's stuck with his ass, man. She can't go to no other man. Or what? Face being stoned to death, man. You know, and that's what the so-called white man did. The scriptures say, the turning of things upside down, man. The so-called white man, now he gave these women freedom. You can go fucking suck any nigga you want. It's all right. No, I don't care. Any race you want. And that's what they do, man. And they abuse it, man. Go ahead, bro.
But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband.
Right now, I believe you had a situation with in the Apocrypha, Judah. Her husband was dead, and Judith was free to be with another man if she so chose. And that was, hey man, there is no Judith. She must be in the spirit world right now, you know, because the spirit of Judith is not on these women, man. She chose to basically be celibate the rest of her life, man. She ain't want to be with no other man. And she was drop dead gorgeous, man. She walked past a battlefield and motherfuckers, damn, they stopped fighting just to look at her, man. You know? But you don't have that no more on the earth, man. Hey, man, fucking 13 years old, she done had 5-6 niggas already. You know, and bitches say, I can count my body count on one hand. Bitch, well, if it's not one finger, then it's too much. Go ahead, bro.
Romans 7:3. So then if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man.
Right, she go cheat on her husband and has sex with another man. Go ahead.
She shall be called an adulteress.
She shall be called an adulteress. Is there anything that says if a man goes on to another woman, he shall be called an adulterer? No, because a man could deal with as many women as he so please. But it's not just I'ma fuck you, I'ma fuck. No, you still, hey, once you marry that woman, you gotta take care of her, bro. There's a law on that. You can't just be fucking women and just bouncing on them. There's a law on that. You gotta take care of her. She's your wife. Go ahead.
But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to an other man.
Right, because the Lord doesn't want. You see, the Most High, Yahushua, he's very fair, man. He knows if her husband died, then she's gonna be lonely, man. They got needs too. You know, everybody got their fucking needs, and the Lord doesn't want that. So he said, you know what? If your husband is dead, then you can go on to another man. You know, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Even the scriptures get so deep. These are things that you can't do today. If, let's say me and this brother, we was, you know, biological brothers, you know, and I have a wife, and I pass on, and I don't have any children, and guess what? It's a commandment that this brother must go on to that woman and have children to you know, to perfect my line, to bring my line forth, man. That's
Even if you don't want to.
even if he doesn't want to. But that's some honorable stuff, man. You can't look. See, if you're reading the scriptures with a Western mentality, you'll disagree with everything. You know, but out there in the East, that was a normal thing, man. That was a normal thing. So through this brother now, guess what? I'm coming back now. You know what I'm saying? That's an honorable thing to do. Yes, sir.
Genesis chapter 38 and I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, and Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife and marry her and raise up seed to thy brother.
Right.
And Onan knew that the seed should not be his, and it came to pass when he went in unto his brother's wife that he spilled it on the ground.
Right. He smashed it and he pulled out, man. You know, that was his first pull-out game. Pull-out game, nope. Smash it on the ground, man. Which was wickedness to the Lord, man. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing, man? That's gonna be your, you know, even though it was still gonna be your brother's children, you know, but still, bro, come on. But
it says, least that he should give seed to his brother, and the thing which he did displeased the Lord, wherefore he slew him also.
Right, the Lord killed his ass for that, man. You know? Because like I said, man, me and this brother, we're brothers. And if I have a wife and I pass on, this brother, he got to go on to that woman, man. Because she's no longer my wife, she's now your wife. And you gotta raise up seed for me. What's so hard about that, man? You know, and that's what Jake, I ain't raising my kid, you know? Go ahead, bro. That was it on that? All right, man. Let's get off the woman topic, man, and hit some prophecies. You know, because a lot of things are happening. Matter of fact, go to Ezekiel 38 and 9. You know, we'll start at the first verse, and you can jump to the ninth verse. You know, things are shaking up, man. You got Bishop Nate calling on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshai now, man. Yeah, bro.
No, I know he said it one time, but I don't know if he's bringing it out now.
Hey, man, one time is enough. Shit. You know, because he's been calling on fucking Christ, Most High Christ, and all that bullshit, man.
It's that. He kind of felt that way.
Yeah, that shows you the Lord did something to him. Either the Lord healed him from a sickness, or the Lord showed him some crazy shit, man.
A lot of niggas, she gonna get cut. I used to argue with dude. I told you about that to the vaccine.
Yeah.
He used to be like, man, y'all always pushing that name. Like, that name is not important. He said Most High Christ bless. So now that his leader said it.
Yeah, now it's important because Bishop Nate said it. Yeah. Showing you that's why the scriptures tell you curses he that followeth man, man.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro. Clean that out, man.
Which one?
You start at verse 1 and you jump down to like 10.
It's Ezekiel 38 and verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me saying, you said skip down to 4?
No, skip down to like the 9th verse.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 9. It says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee.
Right, now that's going into the Russian military, man. Because truthfully, the Russian military has had the force to wipe the fuck out of America, man. To wipe America off the map. You know, with those hypersonic missiles that they have, unstoppable hypersonic missiles. Go ahead, bro.
Thus saith the Most High, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind.
Right, and that goes back to Daniel, I believe 10 verse 12, where the Lord tell you that the Lord was telling Daniel that he didn't come right then and there when his prayers went up, because he was working on the minds of the Prince of Persia, man, the King of Persia. So it's showing you that the Lord right now, he's working on Vladimir Putin's mind. The Lord and the angels are over there working on his mind. So that's why the evil thought came into his head. Because what? And that's why King David said, thou knowest my thoughts are far off. How? Because he put the thoughts in your head, man. Go ahead, bro.
And thou shalt think an evil thought.
And that evil thought is what? Go ahead.
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
Right, the land of unwalled villages. America. Go ahead.
I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls.
And what was that? 1 Thessalonians, when they shall say peace and safety? Is that the 5th chapter? It's the 5th chapter. Go ahead.
It says, and having neither bars nor gates.
Right, having neither bars nor gates, man. And Joe Byron said he's opening the borders, man. I believe come May, he's gonna open up the borders. He's gonna let all those people that's trying to come into USA, he's gonna let them in.
Chipping time.
Oh, and that's what I said. When I saw that, I was like, I said that, man. And that's the Lord doing that, man. Because the Lord ultimately wanted to destroy 2/3 of his people. And the main people that is trying to come in here are the northern tribes, man. Those are the main ones that are trying to come up in here, man. You know? So this is the land of unwalled villages, man. And usually when you have a village, you set a wall over about it, around it, and you set up a battlement, man, to watch. America doesn't have that, man. And the people are dwelling, what he says, to the people that are dwelling without read it from the top again. It says, hey, Shalom.
It's Ezekiel 38 and
People
verse.
that dwell carelessly, I believe it said. Yeah, it's in there.
Ezekiel 38 and 11, it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest.
Yeah, to them that are at rest, man. That's these Americans, bro. What's that? What is it? Matthew? What is it? The 29th verse where it says, as in the days of Noah. Is it 24 and 29? I believe 24 and 29. You can get that real quick.
It says that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls.
Right, all of them dwelling without walls, man. These people are dwelling carelessly, man. Look at all the shit that's going on in the world. You know, and these Americans, they just going about their fucking day like nothing is happening, bro. Because, you know, Esau gave America that mindset that nobody can take down America. America is the strongest, most mightiest place on earth, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey.
Right. Which they ain't gonna take no spoil out of here. You know? They just gonna utterly destroy it, man. So America will be invaded. This land will, that's why it's called a virgin daughter of Babylon, because it's never been invaded or penetrated by a military. You know? But now, that virgin, she about to bleed, man. Because she about to get that cherry pop, man. By the Russians. Go ahead.
To turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited.
Right. Go ahead.
And upon the people that are gathered out of the nations.
Right. People are, what is America called, man? The Great Melting Pot, right? This is where all the nations of the world dwell, man. Like I said, I used to work with a dude, Dennis. He's from the fucking Amazon rainforest, man. The dudes that wear the loincloth and all that, man. I used to work with a dude like that, man. So everybody's fucking here, man. All the nations are here in America. That's why it's called the Great Melting Pot, man. You got that, Zion?
Yeah, Matthew 24, verse 37. Yeah, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. As in the days of Noah. What was going on in them days? Go on.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
Like America's doing, man. We lit. Like I hit up, I DM'd the shorty last night. She was like, oh, I'm mad lit right now. You know, they don't give a fuck, bro. They just partying and bullshit doing what they gotta do, getting lit. You know? That's America. That's the state of America, man. And that's what they were doing back then. They were having a feast, married, yeah, I got a wife, you know what I'm saying? All this and that. Go ahead.
Right. Marrying and giving in marriage.
Marrying and giving in marriage. Go ahead.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Right, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, man. And spiritually, we're who? Noah. You know? And that we're building that ark spiritually, man. And I got you. And we're about to enter into that ark, man. And guess what? Just as the Lord did back then, he's gonna shut the door on you people, man. And when that door's shut, that's when the doors of mercy, man. Right now, you gotta creep your way in there right now, man, because it's closing, man. The doors of mercy are slowly closing. Let me finish that.
Verse 39, and knew not until the flood came, and he took them all away.
Right, knew not until the flood came, man. And that flood is what? That flood is basically Joel. Was it Joel the second chapter, man? The missiles, man. That's the ultimate flood. But the flood also starts with what? Jacob's trouble. Who Bishop Nate is now teaching that there is a Jacob's trouble.
Oh, he's saying that now?
Well, he's saying he got an underground railroad that they got. Well, I know he doesn't really mean an underground railroad, but he's basically saying they got a plan to escape Jacob's trouble.
Who said that, Nate?
Bishop Nate, yeah, bro. Like Apostle Hall said, we don't got no fucking plan. Our plan is just hope and wait on you. Hey, get me on Hebrews 11. Get your piece up, bro.
This is Matthew 24 and 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter,
Right.
neither.
And that was back then, you know. Pray that your flight be not in the winter, man. And your flight, what we taking Spirit Airlines out of New York? No, man. You know, when you put somebody to flight, meaning, you know, you're being chased, man. You're being chased by men that are ready to slaughter you, man. So the Lord said, pray that don't be in the winter. And that was really sorry, bro. That prophecy was for back then. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Neither on the Sabbath day.
Neither on the Sabbath day, because you can't fight back on the Sabbath day. You know? There was an instance in that in the book of Maccabees, man, when they were attacked on the Sabbath day, and they were slaughtered because you can't fight on the Sabbath day. But Judas was like, hey, man, fuck that. We're going to fight back. You know? Go ahead, bro. That was it. That Hebrews? Without faith? Yeah.
Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Right. Now this is our plan. You know, this is our underground railroad. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right. Go ahead.
For by it the elders obtain a good report.
And by it, guess what? And by faith, we're gonna be delivered, man. You know? When the three holy children was cast into the, you get that real quick, the history of Bella and the dragon. The three holy children were cast into the fire. You know, who's that? Azariah, Mishael, and that was his Syrian name. Okay. It was Azariah, Mishael, and damn, I always forget the third one. Man. But Cedric, Meshach, and Abednego. You know? But when they were cast into the fire, guess what? And then Nebuchadnezzar, he said he tossed three of them into the fire, and he see a third figure in there. The shape of something like to the effect of the Son of Man.
He said when he opened the door, the guards got killed.
Yeah, because the fire was so hot. So hot, it fucking killed them. Huh? Nah, it's I got it marked down.
Like brother said, so we're not our thing is not we don't have like a plan to exercise and escape when all hell is gonna come through, because like the scriptures say, tribulation to come through the entire world.
This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Yeah, so nobody that trusts in the Lord was confounded. See, so that's where our faith lies. It doesn't lie in a railroad system or underground bunker. Fuck is that talking about? America's gonna be destroyed. And when the nuclear missiles hit, there's no escape. You see? Go ahead.
No, speak.
It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
That's right. Now that you're calling upon him, but he don't despise those in righteousness that call upon him. So that's where our faith lies, man, and deliverance of our Lord.
All right, so the Song of the Three Holy Children, verse 23. It says, and the king's servants that put them in ceased not to make the oven hot with rosin.
Yeah, man, it was they're tossing more coal, more wood, or whatever they was using for the furnace to get hotter, man. Go ahead.
It says pitch tow and small wood, so that the flame streamed forth above the furnace 49 cubits.
Man, well, I don't know the exact measurements, but I'm pretty sure it was high up, man.
It says 49 cubits.
49 cubits.
Cubits that would be 18 inches.
40.
So 49. It says that's 882. So 882 divided by 12. 73.5 feet.
Damn.
Like as tall as this building.
Yeah.
So you know that. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
It's at 49 cubits. 49 is 49. A cubit is said to be 18 inches, so 49 times 18 is 882. So that's a total of 882 inches. Divided by 12, because it's 12 inches in a foot, 73.5, 73.5 feet.
Yeah.
Some high enough.
By his size of the building. And that furnace wasn't made to cook pizza.
Yeah,
It was made to burn motherfuckers up.
Trying to make a point with that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and it passed through and burned those Chaldeans and found about the furnace.
Yeah, it burned all the motherfuckers out around it. You know, go ahead.
But the angel of the Lord came down into the oven together with Azarias and his fellows.
Right. So now, this is what I'm talking about. You know, you can picture this furnace as Jacob's trouble. So this is us in Jacob's trouble, man. But guess what? The angel of the Lord came down and what? Go ahead.
And smote the flame of the fire out of the oven.
Right. You know, because the angels, they got power over the elements. They could control the elements. It's nothing for angels to spark a fire, man. You see, like you watch stuff like X-Men. You got Pyro, then you got Iceman. You know, they can control the elements, man. It's nothing for an angel to do that, man. Go ahead.
It says, and made the midst of the furnace as it had been.
And I'm sorry. And when you read was it Psalms 119? Or no, 110. Psalms 110. It says that people shall be willing in the day of thy power. When do you think that's going to happen, man? In Jacob's trouble, man. When the Lord put the Spirit on brothers in Jacob's trouble, man. Now we're going to be able to do things like that. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 27, and made the midst of the furnace as it had been a voice whistling wind, so that the fire touched them not at all, neither hurt nor troubled them.
Man, that's beautiful. And that's why when you watch like these animes, and you know they power up, they got the flame around them, but it's not consuming them. You know, these things are real, man. You know, I remember I spoke to one guy one time, man. You know, and I told him like, yo, listen, man, watch these anime. Oh, watch that gook stuff, man. Like, man, you stupid, bro. A lot of them gooks is fucking niggas that created them things, man. You know? But it's showing you that this is a great display of what? Spiritual power right here, man. So what the fuck is vocab talking about, man?
What you saying?
There's no spiritual power in the scriptures, man. What the fuck is he talking about, man? Because you don't read that, and that's what. What was Samson doing? What was King David doing?
Elijah doing.
What was Elijah doing?
Never a whole. If there's scripture in the Bible that says spiritual power, it don't got no scripture to say that. Spiritual power is power given you by the Spirit of the Most High.
Right.
How do you think the Lord raised people from the dead? I think He healed people.
Right. And he gave the apostles power to raise the dead, didn't he?
Exactly. So that means He's empowered by what? By the Spirit.
By the Spirit.
So how the hell do you think that happened? How you think scripture tell you about Paul had these handkerchiefs that was able to cure people in the book of Acts?
It was now this wasn't done by a man. But there's a pool. It's in the book of Luke. There's a pool where the angel will come down at a certain season, and the people will go into the pool, and whatever illnesses they had, they will be healed from it, man. That's spiritual power, man. So I'm showing you, this guy, he doesn't read the Bible, man. And that's why you wouldn't know about things like this, man. You know, when Samson held the pillars, he asked that little ham-headed nigga to put him next to the pillars of the building, and he pulled it down. That's spiritual power, bro. Now, all right, any one of y'all go down to City Hall where the pillars are and try to push one of them motherfuckers over. See if that shit gonna move, man. No. Come on, bro.
Verse 28, then the three, as out of one mouth, praised, glorified, and blessed the Most High in the furnace, saying.
Hey, and I can tell you, man, that's what we gonna do. Lord willing, we get those spiritual powers, man. We gonna praise Yahweh Shem Yahshai, man. We gonna praise that man. Glory, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, man. Just like we do before we start our lessons. just like we do when we end our lessons, just like we do when we wake up, just like we do before we go to bed.
Check this out.
Go ahead, bro.
Good, because
So you got some fire, you smiling.
check this out. This is the book of Acts 19:11. And the Most High brought special miracles by the hands of Paul. Look at the word miracle. The word in the Greek is dynamis. It says strength, power, ability, inherent power, power residing in a thing by virtue of its nature, or which a person or thing exerts and puts forth. Power for performing miracles, moral power and excellence of soul, the power and influence that belong to riches and health, power and resources arising from numbers, power consistent in or resting upon armies, forces, hosts. Right? Now check this out. It says, and the Most High wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought handkerchiefs. So that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the diseases parted from them, and the evil spirits went out of them. Now check this out. Now, the scripture says, it says from his body, right? Does a handkerchief come off your body? Or do you have a handkerchief attached to you? No. It said that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons. So what do you do with a handkerchief? What else you doing? Like what? So guess what happened? The handkerchiefs from his body were used to heal people. In other words, his sweat. That's why I said from his body were brought handkerchiefs. Handkerchiefs from his body were brought to heal the sick.
It's just like
His sweat!
y'all use the spit to heal that man's eyes.
Right, there you go.
That's bad, bro.
Hey, you gotta give Most High hand for that one, bro.
There you go, man. So there is spiritual power in the
That's
scripture.
spiritual power. Listen, if you sweat on somebody, you'll get them sick. It said that from his body were brought handkerchiefs or aprons, and they were brought into the sick. It brought the demon, it healed them, and it brought the evil spirits out of them. So it says from his body were brought handkerchiefs, meaning handkerchiefs that were used on his body. Use a handkerchief to wipe the sweat off, the sweat rag. They were taking that and giving it to the sick. People that had demons on them and it was healing them. That's spiritual power, brother. And if you don't believe me, wipe sweat over your head and put it on somebody and see if you heal them. No. That's spiritual power, brothers.
That's why Magic Johnson had
That's
to
heavy,
stop.
man.
He had to stop playing basketball.
Huh?
Magic Johnson, he had to stop playing basketball because he contracted what? HIV.
Yeah.
They want his sweat to get on people and get them sick.
Yeah.
But Paul's sweat was what? Healing people, man.
That's why I said, so that, because whenever I read that scripture, it said from his body were brought handkerchiefs. Like, what does that mean? From your body was brought handkerchiefs. The handkerchief that was used on his body. So handkerchiefs that was used to wipe the sweat off his brow. They took them handkerchiefs and they gave it to people. And it actually healed them. That's spiritual power, man. You have, guess what? You have power, like the brother said, Yahushua used to spit to cure the blind man of his blindness.
Even in the book of Tobit, they use I believe the gall of a fish to heal Tobias' eyes, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yo, man.
I think it was the liver.
It probably was a liver. It probably was. Matter of yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Acts 2 and 22. It says, ye men of Israel, hear these words.
Ye men of Israel. Yashar Allah. Ye men of Moab, no. Ye men of Esau, no. Ammon, no. Ham, no. Ye men of Israel, man. Go ahead.
Hear these words, Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of the...
I'm sorry, matter of fact, the New Testament only speak about these other fucking nations, man. It talk about Israel. It mentioned the Romans who are Edomites, so it only talk about Israel and Esau, man. So that's showing you the Lord said what? The nations are dropping the bucket, man. Like, fuck y'all, we don't talk about y'all niggas no more. We had you shine back then. Go ahead.
It says, hear these words, Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of the Most High among you by miracles and wonders and signs which the Most High did by him in the midst of you.
In the midst of, and what do you think those things were? Spiritual powers, man. To feed a multitude, what he had, like 5 or 7 loaves of fish?
It was two instances.
What is it? How much fish he had?
I think it was 5 loaves and 2 fishes.
5 loaves and 2 fishes to feed a multitude with that. That's called spiritual powers, my man. You know? When his first miracle is what? Turning water into wine. That's called spiritual powers, my man.
5 loaves and 2 fish, yeah.
You know? He totally twisted the elements in that water and made wine. The best wine the people ever tasted, man.
Got the definition of miracle.
Go ahead, bro.
For you, vocab, a surprising and welcome event that is not applicable by natural or scientific laws,
Right?
and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency.
Spiritual power. Just like the angel did. Who that angel was, I believe that was Yahweh Shai, when he went down there in the furnace with them, man. Go ahead.
Similarities, supernatural phenomena, mystery, prodigy, or sign.
Right? And that's things man cannot explain. You can't explain these things, man. You know, how the Lord walked on water, and the Lord had Peter walk on water. That's spiritual powers, my guy. It was no fucking David Blaine who you had a little plexiglass in the fucking water and walking and shit, man. It wasn't that, man. The man had it so that the water under his feet became solid so he could walk. That's bad, man.
He also calmed the waves.
Calm the storm, bro.
Yeah, they were scared they was gonna die.
I believe the Apostle Paul did that too.
Yeah.
The Apostle Paul calmed the storm as well.
Peace, brother. Peace.
Peace, bro. Peace, man. Thank you, brother.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That's why they gonna love it.
Christian said most time giving the blessing.
Hey, y'all watch me on shop, brother. You know?
That's why the world gonna rejoice when Israel take the throne.
Yeah.
Cause
Everything gonna be in its natural order, bro. You know, even after, you know, they serve us, these nations, you know, yeah, we gonna come collect it. Well, we ain't gonna come collect, they gonna bring it to us.
Yeah.
You know, but after they serve their slavery, they gonna be good. They gonna live good. The fruits of the fields gonna flourish. They gonna have their animals, they gonna have their own societies, of course, under the laws. You know, but everybody's gonna be happy. You know?
They gonna openly welcome bringing us shit, man.
Brother, they go.
Cause we gonna be gods on earth. They gonna love coming to us and giving our portion.
Malak,
They gonna be happy about it. Yeah.
Here's my daughters. You know what I'm saying?
They be happy. Yeah, they gonna be happy.
Hey, they gonna bring us their forces, man. You know, and it's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great kingdom, man. I'm not there yet, but I know it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers can attest to that. Go ahead. Do that, son.
Quick research.
Let this brother get. He was holding. Go ahead. Oh, you got that when he was seeing his eyes? Okay, go ahead.
I believe this is it.
That's it. That
Tobit
is it.
6, chapter 6 and 1. And they went on their journey. They came in the evening in the river Tigris, and they lodged there. And when the young man went down to wash himself, a fish leaped out of the river and would have devoured him. Then the angel said unto him, take the fish. And the young man laid hold of the fish and drew.
And wait, that must have been a big ass fish. Because it said leaped out and would have devoured him.
Yeah.
That must have been a big ass fish, bro. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no fucking little porgy just, you know what I'm saying?
A white.
Yeah, a white, a fucking white and a fucking, what do you call that? Anchovy. That was a big fish. Go ahead.
And drew it to land, to whom the angel said, open the fish and take the heart and the liver and the gall and put them up safely.
Right, so take the heart, the liver, and the gall. Go ahead.
So the young man did so.
The gallbladder.
Gallbladder, yep. Which is the gallbladder, I mean, they say that's extremely bitter. You know, the gall, if you eat a gallbladder, I was watching some shit ham with some Hamites, and they eat that shit. Say it's extremely bitter. Right?
So the young man did so as the angel commanded him. And when they had roasted the fish, they did eat it. Then they both went on their way till they drew near to Ecbatana. Then the young man said to the angel, Brother Azarias, to what use is the heart and the liver and the gall of the fish?
And that shows you we wasn't eating that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what we want to use this for? You know? What we need this for? Go ahead.
And he said unto him, touching the heart and the liver, if a devil or an evil spirit troubles any, we must take a smoke thereof. This is 6. I'm Salakia. This is verse 7. And he said unto him, touching the heart and the liver, if a devil or an evil spirit troubles any, we must make a smoke thereof before the man or the woman, and the party shall be no more vexed.
Yeah, well, they smoked it in front of them, and it drives off the evil spirit.
Like an incense.
Yeah, like it's just like an incense, man. Well, that was so more of exorcism that you use that for. Go ahead.
As for the gall, it is good to anoint a man that hath whiteness in his eyes.
So whiteness in his eyes. So that's medicine. That's medicine right there, man. You know, showing you that, you know, we had great medicine back then. You don't gotta go to no doctor to get that little cert, because you know there's sometimes, I forgot what that shit's called, that whiteness around your eyes. There's actually a surgery where they can clip that off and take it out, man. So we didn't have to do all that back then. But all that technology, all that science is lost today, man. Go ahead.
It is good to anoint a man that hath whiteness in his eyes, and he shall be healed.
Right, he shall be healed. You know? That was it on that. Right. So there you go, man. You know? The Lord had the angel Raphael come down and help Tobit. No, I'm sorry. Was it Tobias was the son. Tobias was the son.
Yeah. Tobias was the son.
Tobias was the son, right? Helped Tobias heal his father's eyes, man. You know? So we had that type of medicine back then. I ain't gonna tell no brother go find a fucking fish in the sea and do that shit. You know, because you don't know exactly what the angel did. You know?
Back home, once I was a kid, some of us grew up, some of us had white, we couldn't open our eyes. Had that, and they put coffee tar in our eyes, and that opened it up. So
that's spiritual medicine.
And it's like a person that got a cataract in their eye.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I look real white, grayish, cloudy looking.
Now Esau will tell you smoke weed for that shit. You know? And it'll take away your cataracts and all that shit, man. Man, don't smoke no goddamn weed, man.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, verse 1. And the son,
That was the 2 Kings 20.
And the sons of the prophets said unto Elisha, Behold, now the place where we dwell with thee is too strict for us, meaning too difficult, too rough, or rather in this case, too narrow or confined. So it's too narrow, too confined. Let us go, because it was too confined, too narrow. There wasn't enough space. We pray thee unto Jordan, and take thence every man a beam, right? And let us make a place there where we may dwell. And he answered, Go ye.
And one said, Be content, I pray thee, and go with thy servants. And he answered, I will go. So he went with them, and when they came to Jordan, they cut down wood. But as one was felling a beam, or cutting a beam of wood, all right, the axe head fell into the water. And he cried and said, Alas, master, for it was borrowed. Like, oh my goodness, it was borrowed. The axe head fell into the water. It was borrowed. So he borrowed the axe. Now it's broke. And the axe head fell into the water. And the man of the Most High said, Where fell it? And he showed him the place, and he cut down a stick. So, cut down a stick, right? And cast it thither, and the iron did swim. Therefore he said, Take it up to thee. And he put out his hand and took it. So he took a stick, and he cast it in the sea. And it said the iron did swim. So now if you know anything about wood and iron and water, you know about density. Density is mass over volume. Now, if the molecules in a particular object, or the atoms, in other words, are tightly packed, that means it's very dense. For example, it's harder to break iron than it is to break wood. Why is that? Because the iron is more dense than the wood. The iron is more dense than the wood, so if iron goes in the water, the iron will sink. If wood goes in the water will be able to float. So he cut down a stick, and he cast it into the sea, and the iron did swim. So basically that's spiritual power. The density of the wood would allow it to float, but the density of the iron would cause it to sink. But the Spirit made it so that he was able to make the density of the iron become the density of the wood.
That's heavy. Vocab.
Check that out.
How you explain that?
But see, you know how they think? They think like, all of that stuff was just back then. Like now, nobody, like in this day and time, that's why they don't really believe in the Bible.
Right.
They think, oh no, the Most High not doing that stuff. Now he was doing that back in the Old Testament times. Like they think angels ain't around. They think spirits is not around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They think the Most High don't got prophets no more. Oh, that was back in the old days. So now there's no more prophets now. That was back in the old days. Oh, what prophets, please? It's pastors now. You got pastors now.
Evangelists.
You got reverends now.
Yeah.
They not really spiritual. They don't really believe in the Christian. That's what Elisha did. He made the density of the wood become the density of the iron. And guess what? It came up to the top. Floated up. It swam up. Come on, man.
Didn't Elijah raise that
Boy from the dead?
that young boy from the dead?
Yep.
That's called spiritual power, my guy.
It was power given to him by the Spirit because it wasn't of his own self.
Right.
He laid on it, right? That was the time.
Yeah.
He laid on it.
That show you something. That show you how
Right.
uneducated in the scriptures you are.
Yeah.
Thou art weak in the scriptures.
So real quick, James 12 verse 10.
Yeah.
Many shall be purified and made white and tried.
Wait, what? You gonna turn this backwards? Oh man, the word white just means pure, man. You're gonna be tried just like Sirach, the second chapter, man. You know, the Lord's put his elect through the fire, man, to make them white, to make them pure. Remember that video with the Edomite looking lady, and she was speaking that she met the silversmith, and she asked him, how do you know when the silver is perfectly ready and to go to be sold or whatever? And he said, what? When I see my image in it, when I shine and I do all that, I see my image in it. And that's what the Lord is doing with his elect, man. He's putting us through the fire, and when he sees his image in us, then he knows we're ready, man. So it's very perfectly defined. I'm sorry.
That's when he knows we're perfectly defined.
Exactly, bro.
James 12 verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand.
Right, vocab, and that's why you can't understand this, because first of all, dude, you're an Edomite, man. I think you are. I believe you are. And you can't understand this word, man. The wicked will not understand the word of the Lord. The scriptures tell you that wisdom will not enter into a malicious soul, man. A malicious soul is a very wicked and conniving soul, man. So wisdom will not enter into you, man. So if you don't get this, guess what? You're wicked. Because this truth is very simple, bro. And from Genesis to Revelation, deliverance is only talking about one people, and it never changed. It never changed, man.
This is John chapter 21 and verse 24. Because dealing with spiritual power, you have to believe. That's what Yahweh Shai was telling Peter. You have to believe, you have to have faith. See, vocab, you don't have faith. You don't have the gift of faith. Because more than likely, you're not an Israelite, and you're not a part of the elect.
I think Brother Jay, he just mad that anything we say, he want to go against. Whatever shit got to be bullshit. And vocab, man.
This is John 21 and 24. This is the disciple which testifieth of these things and wrote these things. We know that his testimony is true. We believe on the miracles that's written in the scriptures. We believe that all the miracles that Yahweh Shai, the 12 disciples, and even the apostles, like Apostle Paul, for example, that these things were physically done. Because you had eyewitness accounts. You have people that seen these things being done. Verse 25, last one, it says, and there are also many other things which Yahweh Shai did, and which, if they should be written, every one, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books that should be written. So Yahweh Shai did miracles that's not even recorded in the scriptures. And who knows what he did? But the point is that he did these things and people seen it. So you got these guys like one body, we're going to call them one body of Satan. They don't have faith. They don't believe that the miracles that Yahweh Shai did, that he physically did these things.
Oh,
yeah, they teach that.
Oh, one body outside?
Yeah. They teach it.
What they teach?
They teach that the miracles that Yahweh Shai did, that he didn't physically do it.
Right.
Which is a lack of faith.
Yeah, but he say he did so many miracles that all the books in the world won't be able to jot down what he did. He probably was recalling visions, taking them places back in time traveling. You know what I'm saying? Changing elements, the temperature. Yeah, but I got something concerning when they say he's just gonna build the underground. That's what he said, right? We're gonna build underground railroad. That's what he said.
I don't like I said, don't take the man's word technically. Like, I'm pretty sure he ain't fucking IUIC digging a fucking railroad. He just mean he got a contingency plan. Basically, that's how I took it. That he had a contingency plan. But hey, man, the only plan you can have is trusting in the Lord.
That's right. I got a scripture concerning that. This is 2 Kings 7. I start at 1. I'm gonna read it quick. Then Elisha said, hear ye the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, tomorrow about this time shall ye measure of this time shall a measure of fine flour be sold for his shekels. You want to get this from this? Second Kings 7. Start at 1.
2 Kings chapter 7, verse 1.
Because we have no contingency plan. But this is an event that took place during the time of the kings and how the Lord delivered the city to Israel, during the time of a famine. We're going to go into it.
Then Elisha said, hear ye the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, tomorrow about this time shall a measure of fine flour be sold for a shekel.
Yeah, right. It'd be expensive. Go ahead.
And 2 measures of barley for a shekel in the gate of Samaria.
Yeah.
Then a lord on whose hand the king leaned answered the man of the Lord and said, behold, if the Lord would make windows in heaven, might this thing be?
Yeah. So pretty much it was a famine. It was a famine in that time in Israel. So he was telling Elisha that how fine flour and things like that was going to be affordable again. You know what I'm saying? So, right?
And he said, behold, thou shalt see it with thine eyes, but thou shalt not eat thereof. And there were 4 leprous men at the entering of the gate, and they said one to another, why sit we here until we die? If we say we will enter into the city, then the famine is in the city, and we shall die there.
So, read it again. Yeah, read it again.
This is 2 Kings 7 and verse 2. Then the Lord, on whose hand the king leaned, answered the man of the Most High, and said, Behold, if the Lord will make windows in heaven, might this thing be? And he said, Behold, thou shalt see it with thine eyes, but shalt not eat thereof. And there were 4 leprous men at the entering of the gate, and they said one to another,
Yeah, they was at the gate of Israel, right?
why sit we here until we die?
Because they was put out of the city. Because you know you're not supposed to have lepers among you. And so they was put in front of the gate of the city of Israel. See? But this is during the time, like I said, it was a famine in Israel, right?
If we say we will enter into the city, then the famine is in the city,
See, the famine was in the city of Israel, right?
and we shall die there.
So he was like, why are we going to be in front of this gate unless we're going to die? We got to do something. The 4 leprous men. So they said, let's not go inside the gate of Israel because it's a famine in the land. They're going to die there. But go ahead.
And if we sit here, we die also.
So if they stay outside of the gate of Israel, they're going to die there. This is just a testament of how we need to live by faith. All right? And this is an account that took place. So we don't have no contingency plan. The Lord in our faith is our contingency. That's our only plan. See? But go ahead.
Now therefore come and let us fall unto the host of Syrians.
So he said, let's just go to the Syrians because we was at war with them. We were exactly fighting them right at that moment. So he said, fuck it, let us be captured by the Assyrians. Go ahead. And be their slave. Go ahead.
If they save us alive, we shall live, and if they kill us, we shall but die.
See, so he said, all right, we either be a captive of the Syrian army, but at least we know that we have food. Or if they kill us, it'll be better than to die by starvation. That's what they were saying, right?
And they rose up in the twilight to go unto the camp of the Syrians.
So now they went to the camp of the Syrians because Syrians were camped against Israel at the time to take the city over. That's why it was a famine, because they cut off the supplies to get in Israel. Go ahead.
And when they will come to the uttermost part of the camp of Syria,
So when they went to the camp of where the Syrians had camped up before they went to go attack Israel, what happened?
behold, there was no man there.
There was nobody there. So the Syrian army wasn't there. Well, go ahead.
For the Lord had made the host of the Syrians to hear a noise of chariots.
So see, there you go, man. So the Lord made he made a noise. He made a noise to the Syrians. That way they fled. They left everything. Go ahead. I was gonna tell you.
And the noise of horses, even the noise of a great host.
Yeah. So so the Lord had put aberrations, to where they heard a big ass army coming their way. So the Syrians fled their tent. They fled their camp. Go ahead.
And they said one to another, Lo, the king of Israel hath hired against us the king of the Hittites.
That's what they thought. Go ahead.
And the kings of the Egyptians to come upon us.
Right, so they thought that Israel had hired the kings of the other nations to help them out in their war against Syria. But it really was the Lord that made a sound of a bigger army coming up against the Syrians army. That's how the Lord delivered the city from famine and from the hand of the Syrians. Right?
It says, wherefore they arose and fled in the twilight,
Yeah.
and left their tents,
They left everything, right?
and their horses,
The horses,
and their asses,
their asses, go ahead.
even the camp as it was, and fled for their life.
They fled for their life. They left everything how it was. Everything they had, whether it be food, the horses, the asses, they left everything. They left everything behind and they ran. Why? Because the Lord made them hear a noise of a bigger army. But it wasn't even an army. It was just a noise. So that's why our faith is in, man. It could be a famine in these streets. The Lord might have a noise in a FEMA camp or somewhere. And you just so stumble upon it like, oh shit. It's a year's worth of food here. You know what I'm saying? So that's where our faith lies, you know? Go ahead.
And when these lepers came to the uttermost part of the camp, they went into one tent and did eat and drink.
Yeah, so there's food there, they ate and drank. Mind you, it was a time of famine in Israel, right?
And carried thence silver and gold and raiment and went and hid it.
Yeah, they took their portion and said, let's put this to the side, man. Yeah, go ahead.
And came again and entered into another tent and carried thence also and went and hid it.
That's right.
Then they said one to another, we do not well. This day is a day of good tidings,
Right.
and we hold our peace.
Right.
If we tarry till the morning light, some mischief will come upon us.
Right.
Now therefore come that we may go and tell the king's household.
Right.
So they came and called unto the porter of the city, and they told them, saying, we came to the camp of the Syrians, and behold, there was no man there, neither voice of man, but horses tied and asses tied in the tents as they were. And he called the porters, and they told it to the king's house within. And the king arose in the night and said unto his servants, I will now show you what the Syrians have done to us. They know that we be hungry, therefore are they gone out of the camp to hide themselves in the field.
That's what he was thinking. The king was like, they know that it's a famine in the land, and they know that we be hungry, so if we go over there, they're gonna ambush us. But it was really the Lord at delivering the city of Israel from the Syrians. So that's where our faith lies, man. Pretty much the point. I mean, it's a good, we don't have to continue on that.
That's our underground world.
Yeah, that's our that's our plan right there, man.
Like you said, you walk in, you starving, you hungry, you thirsty, you turn the corner and you're like, who left this bag? This bag is full of food and water. This bag.
Scripture time. Scripture.
Say, matter of fact, get that in Isaiah 60, 65, believe. Get that, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. You know? And then the Lord said, what? He's not a man that he shall lie. You know, so if the Lord say you're going to eat, and by God, you're going to eat. Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Most High, behold, my servant shall eat.
Are you serving the Lord? Yes, you are. So if you're serving the Lord, you know, truth and you know, sincerity, then you're gonna eat, man. You know, matter of fact, get Sirach, the 2nd chapter, I believe it's the 10th verse. No, look,
It says, but ye shall be hungry, behold, my servant shall drink, and ye shall be thirsty.
right. The servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry, man. You know, all you scoffers out there, man. You know, all you scoffers out there, you gonna be hungry. The Lord said we're gonna drink, but ye shall be thirsty. We gonna get some water in them days, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Right. The Lord, why the servants of the Lord gonna rejoice, man? Because first of all, it's a famine and we fucking eating. You know what I'm saying? We're eating and drinking. How could that happen? Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. That's the only way. So we gonna rejoice. Go ahead.
It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart.
You're fucking hungry. It's a famine through the land. And suddenly you bump into some food. Clean food. You know what I'm saying? Righteous food. Lawful food. You probably fucking shed tears, man. Now you can feed your son. You know, you can feed your wife. You can feed your mom, your dad, or the brother. Mainly the brothers, man. Yo, bro, I got some, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, just like when Daniel was hungry in the lion's den, how did the Lord feed him? Vocab, how did the Lord feed Daniel? He sent the angel to get Habakkuk that was cooking some pottage way out yonder and brought his ass to Daniel. Yo, Daniel, I got some pottage for you, bro. And then the Lord put Habakkuk right back where he was, man.
Grab it by the crown of his
By the crown, lift his ass up. Yo, let's go. The angels are rough, man. Just like I believe, who was it, Peter? When the angel went to get Peter out of jail, he yo, get up. And smoked him on his leg, man. The angels were rough, man. Go ahead, bro.
And so
Not no
how,
naked baby angel
Yeah, not no
with wings.
fucking pedophile, naked baby, you know, with a fucking bow and arrow and shit, man. You know? That's some fucking weird shit, man. Go ahead, bro.
and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Right, you niggas gonna howl, man. You know? Because all this time, here we are on the highways and byways. How many people you see around here listening to us, man? But guess what? They hear the words that we're saying. And they're gonna consider those words when their fucking stomach is growling, man. Or like Jake like to say, when their ribs are touching. You know? Go ahead, bro. You got something? Yeah, I got something.
This is Sirach 10 and 5. In the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon
Right in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man.
and upon
And,
the
hold it, brother. And that's why the Lord said, you know, it's a simple thing for the Lord to make a man rich or poor, man. It's a simple thing, Lord. Yeah, you're rich, you poor. Simple. Go ahead.
and upon the person of the scribes shall he lay his honor.
Right. Or the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor, man. And that's an honorable man. Who's a what? A prophet, man. The scribes representing the prophets, man. So the Lord's gonna lay his honor on the prophets. Hell, even the helpers, man. Because you got a lot of helps in Israel. You know? You got that Zion, you know. Sirach, I think Sirach 2 verse 10. Yeah, look at the generations of old and see did ever any did trust in the Lord and was forsaken. It's Sirach, the 2nd chapter.
Yeah.
I believe it's the 10th verse.
Yeah.
It's the 10th verse, right?
I think so, somewhere around there.
Sirach 2 and
Yeah. Sirach 2 verse 10.
yep.
Look, I started at 9. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see. If ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded.
Right. Which one of the prophets?
Psalms 37:25.
Which one of the prophets of the Lord trusted in him and the Lord forsook him, man? The Lord ignored his prayer. Like I mentioned earlier, the reason the Lord told Daniel, the reason why he didn't come right away was because him and Michael was working on the mind of the king of Persia, man. That's why he didn't come right away, but he did come. You know? So you might send a praise and praise and praise and praise, and the Lord ain't answer it. He will. He will eventually.
Was confounded, or any of bold obeyed, abide in fear, and his fear was forsaken.
Right. Which one of us stand here, fear the Lord, and the Lord forsook us, man? Or any of the prophets from before that the Lord forsook, man? You know, even Yahushua, he said, my Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? But the Most High forsook him. You know? Right then, the Lord had all the sins of Israel on him, man. And what the scriptures tell you, man, the Lord's eyes are too pure than to behold evil, man. You know? So at that moment, the Most High was
37:25.
You know, he just turned, he couldn't look, man. Because Yahushua was basically filthy. Because he had all the sins of Israel on him, man. But the Lord ultimately raised him back up from the dead, showing you the Lord really didn't forsook him, man. But it felt that way when he was on the cross.
Right.
I think that was his
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
Right, or who did it called upon him? And to call upon him, you gotta know his name. Which Bishop Nate, hey, calling on the right name now, bro. Good for you. Hey, bro.
Psalms 37:25. I have been young, and now I am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed be begging bread. That's it.
Yeah, read that from the top of it.
Psalms 37:25. I have been young, and now I am old,
Right. I've been young, and now I'm old.
Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken.
Right. Meaning, all these years I live, I've never seen a righteous man forsaken by the Lord. Man. You know, and you can live 1,000 years and you still won't see it. Hell, you can live 100,000 years and you still won't see that, man. You know. Right.
Nor his seed begging bread.
Nor his seed begging bread.
Begging for bread or begging bread?
Begging, B-E-G-G-I-N-G.
It said begging bread or begging for bread?
No, this is no. It says B-E-G-G-I-N-G, bread.
Begging bread, man. His seed begging bread. Meaning his offspring, man. So guess what? If you serve the Lord, your children will be all right, man. You know? Now, not necessarily, you know, sometimes the Lord might have, you know, take your children. You know, well, the will of the Lord is the will of the Lord. You know? The Lord could do that to test a man. You never know. Who say, who have known the mind of the Lord? Who can counsel the Most High? You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, main part about that scripture is that the Lord will take care of you if you're serving Him. If you're not serving Him, then hey, sucks for you, bro.
He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed.
Right, and that's why Jeremiah has said that prayer to the Lord, judge me according to thy tender mercies. You know, and not thy wrath, lest I be destroyed, man. You know, so when you pray to the Lord, man, you got to beg for His mercy. Because really, we sin every day. You know, not willingly, but we sin every day, man. And you got to ask the Lord for forgiveness. And sometimes you might just be sitting there and your spirit is praying to the Lord, man. Automatically in your head, you're like, Lord, forgive me. And you're like, what? You know, who's that? That's your spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works, man. You know, spiritual things happen to you when you come into this truth, man. Got something?
The scripture that says, pray without ceasing.
Pray without ceasing.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:17. It says, pray without ceasing. Pray without stopping. You're supposed to always pray. You know, pray to Yahweh while Yahweh shine for one of all things. Even the smallest thing. You know, one thing, you know, financial troubles, pray for your brothers. You know, pray for endurance, pray for more faith, you know, more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, that's why we know the names of the Lord. The Lord blessed us with that.
Yeah, man. And when when you look at people like outside, man, you know, them just looking in, to them, this is like, what are these niggas doing? You know? Matter of fact, you get that in Corinthians, I believe it's 1 Corinthians, the first chapter. Matter of fact, let me find it. It's like, I was reading it. No, that's a good one too. We made a spectacle. I was thinking about doing a lesson on that. We made a spectacle by the people, even the angels. The Apostle Paul said, but basically, this is foolishness to the world. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, brother.
It's from 2 Chronicles 15:1. And the Spirit of the Most High came upon Azariah, the son of Oded, and he went out to meet Asad, and said unto him, hear ye me, Asad, and all Judah and Benjamin. Yahweh Shemashah is with you, while ye be with him. And if ye seek him, he will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you.
Yo, if you forsake him, he will forsake. Oh, that's matter of fact, Sirach, I get it. Sirach, the 4th chapter, man. This is a perfect precept for that. This is Sirach 4, and Sirach, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, verse 17. It's 16. The point is in 19. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. Now this is talking about wisdom. For at first you will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline. This is why we catch hell, until she may trust his soul and try him by her ways. Then will she return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets. This is the point to the brother precept. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. You know, so that it's just like that, man. You know, if you forsake, listen, we done seen a lot of, you know, people come into this thing and fall out because what they forsook wisdom, man. You know? That was it.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that in wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching.
Right, and I was saying that because we had that stupid nigga by the bus stop, kept on turning around here and looking at us and shit. Yeah, kept on turning around here looking, what are these niggas doing? You know? Because what? This is foolishness to the Lord, man. Because the Lord can easily wake up Israel. But this is the way the Lord wants it done. You know? So that's why the Apostle Paul said about the foolishness of preaching, man. To save them that what? Believe. Hold on, bro.
It says, by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe, for the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
Oh, whoa, the Greeks.
Break it out, dog.
This is where vocab is. I told you the Greeks.
You know what that damn blasphemer does now? This bastard. I saw a video, he was talking to some Israelite dude in the street. It was one God, one Jake. He was like, yeah, it was a mixed congregation. So now you're trying to say in Corinthians and different epistles, it was a mixed congregation. Now why he's saying that? Because he's been dealing with the Israelites for years. He now knows you had Israelites among them. He knows the Israelites, he can't deny that. So when I say, oh well, it was a mixed congregation. No Negro, no demon, cracker, Edomite, Esau, Edom. There was no mixed congregation. It was strictly Israel, man. At the point we made last week, I think it was last week, Acts the 18th chapter, when it said Nero had expelled the Jews from Rome.
Yeah, it was Nero.
Now, why would Nero do that? If it was if the message was for all nations, why would he expel the Jews? Right? Why would he expel the Jews if it was for all nations? And then, the Spirit had me even go to the actual document, was it Josephus last week? So I brought it out. Well, you go into the history. Let's see it real quick. Baby, 1 second. I pulled it out last week.
Yeah, back in
Suetonius.
Right there.
Yeah, it was someone named Suetonius, a Roman historian named Gaius Suetonius Tranquillus. He had a writing called De Vita Caesarum, which means the 12 Caesars, and he wrote about Julius Caesar and the first 11 emperors of the Roman Empire. And when he wrote about Nero, he mentioned that because of Christus, there was a big stir in Rome. That's what caused Nero to expel the Jews from Rome. Now, because of Christus, now he's God, the Messiah. So why would it say because of Christus, he had to expel the Jews? It goes for all nations. They're going to say that, oh, well, at that time, only not at that time, because in Rome, you had crackers there. Wasn't Nero a Roman? You had other nations among them. The Romans then took over all different parts of the world.
No, but according to him, it's a mixed multitude. So, like you said, why was it only Jews being expelled? Why not the multitude that was mixed amongst them? Showing you that you're just making shit up, bro. And you're, like brother say, you're a blasphemer, man. And the scriptures tell you, if you add anything to this book, man, the Lord gonna add the plagues that are written in this book unto you, man. And, he's defeated, bro. The only thing that nigga could talk about is GMS, the black Hebrew Israelites, this and that. Why don't you talk about the shit that's going on in the churches, man? In the Christian churches, all the homosexuality going on in there, man. All the molestation going on in there. All the adultery going on in there. He don't touch on none of that shit, man.
And you know what it is, bro? He don't like the fact that you got so-called black men coming out saying God is black.
Right.
You want to rule because Jesus Christ is black,
Right.
the angels is black, and the people in the Bible is black. You know why? Because all his life he been told they were white. And he got a problem with that. He don't like these uppity so-called niggas and spicks reading the Bible and saying we're the people in the book.
Right.
That's the issue that's the issue he got. That's how they look at us.
That's an Edomite issue.
That's the Edomite issue. That's the real problem. Like he'll go to Ephesians. He was still a young brother. Brother could probably been in the camp for maybe like a year. Probably been staying for maybe 1 or 2 years. She looked kind of young. But the brother read the scripture in Ephesians. She looked Gentiles in the flesh. Oh, in the flesh. It said in time past you were Gentiles in the flesh, called the uncircumcision. So it's telling you how they were in the flesh. Right. They were called the uncircumcision. Right. In time past you were called Gentiles in the flesh, being called the uncircumcision by the circumcision which is made by hands. Who is the circumcision made by hands? The Jews, because they were physically circumcised, and you were Gentiles in the flesh because you were of the uncircumcision. Meaning your flesh was physically uncircumcised, you were like a Gentile. It don't mean no other nation. You goddamn imbecile, you fucking fool, you idiot, you buffoon, you dumbass. Ridiculous, man. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Maybe scripture, but it says 1 Corinthians 1:22. For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
Right. So now when you go to that word
Greek.
vocab. You know, so you're gonna see the vocab symbol in this sky and shit. The word there for Greek is called Helen, man. You know? And those were Israelites that was following after they grew up in Greek practice. Just like us, we grew up in an American society.
Yeah.
So we're called Americans. You know? If we go over there in the Middle East, you know, amongst some other people, we'll stick out like a sore thumb. Because we no longer know the ways of the Eastern society, man. You know, because we've been Americanized, man. Just like back then we were Grecianized, man. It's the same thing today, man. We're foreigners from our heritage. That's all it is, man. Fucking foreigners, bro. That's all it is. Israelites that strayed away from their nationality. Go ahead, bro.
You could imagine that at the time they was like, man, these Greeks, you know, the Jews like, look at our people, look at them, bro. Why they dressed like that, you know?
And that's why Apostle Zahar went into why the Apostle Paul said that about the long hair, because that's what the Greeks was doing. Now, I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. If you watch the movie Troy, damn near everybody in that fucking movie got long fucking hair, man. You know, that's what they were doing back then, man. And that's the thing that of a woman. So that's why when the apostles like, hey, cut your hair, brothers like, hey, fuck it, yeah, shave it off.
And that was going on among the Corinthians.
Right.
That's why he brought that out.
Yeah, everything Paul wrote about the Corinthians is what they were doing. And that's why he's telling yo, cut that shit out, man. So the word there is Helen, man, for Grecian, man. Meaning an Israelite that was grew up in the Greek practices, man.
Greek-speaking Jew.
Huh?
Greek-speaking
A Greek-speaking Jew, basically, man. It's a simple thing, bro. The scriptures are simple, man.
Like another thing, like they said, oh, see, look, he was a Roman governor. Oh, he was a Roman centurion. Now made him a so-called white man.
Right.
Like when you go into in Persia, they had governors, but the governors was called satraps. S-A-T-R-A-P. Satrap. Yeah, S-A-T-R-A-P was like a Persian governor. But you gotta remember, the Persian Empire was vast. So guess what? The Persian Empire will have governors in the kingdoms that they took over. And they will have governors of them kingdoms, and those governors would be people of that kingdom. Like when the British imperialized India, they had Indian soldiers a part of their armies. After all, if you're going to conquer a nation, you want to separate the people. So you want to have those people be looking over you want to have groups of the people that you're dominant over, looking over that same group to put them at odds.
They'll respect them more.
And not only that, they wouldn't even they look at them like, we can't even trust their ass because you're supposed to be one of us. And like for example, you think that you didn't have slave catchers that were so-called Negroes?
Yeah.
You think the white men didn't use so-called black men to capture other black men? Of course they did. You think that the white men don't conquer different lands throughout the world and don't got the native inhabitants of those lands set up in positions of power? Of course they do. You got Coca-Cola is a multinational company. You think that in India, you got a Coca-Cola company and the person running it is not Indian? but they still got to eat the so-called white man at the end of the day. That's the whole point. So you can have a Roman centurion, but that don't mean you got to be white. A so-called cracker. You an idiot.
That's why Esau set up puppet leaders, man.
Exactly. There you go. They do it all the time. Public leaders.
Puppet leaders. That's what they do. To make the people feel like, well, they fool half the people. They can feel like, you know, they still got their government intact. But really, their government's taking order from the devil. And that's why these nations hate Esau, man. Esau go in there, and they just fuck everything up for everybody, man.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yet also, because he transgresseth by wine.
Right, he transgresseth by wine, his philosophies, man. His ways of living. His, what do you call it? What do you call that? Democracy. It's democracy, man.
It says, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Right, he's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home. You know, this devil is in everybody's fucking land. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You know? He enlarges his desire as hell. Go ahead.
And is as death.
And is as death, because wherever he goes, what? He brings death and bloodshed, man. What? Ezekiel 36 chapter, I believe, or 35th, it says, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You know? This man goes, and he's talking about all that bullshit propaganda of the Russians bombing Ukraine and all that shit. You know? And you know, he's saying that the Russians are bombing Ukraine and this and that, but nigga, what about all that shit you done bombed the shit out of that? First of all, fuck the Arabs, man. Look at the shit you did to these people, man. And that you're still doing to these people.
It says, and cannot be satisfied.
Right, this man had more than his heart could fucking conceive, man. He had, brother, the Lord gave this man the earth. He still want more. Like, I gotta go back to my man Tyrese. What more do you want, man? What more do you fucking want, bro? You have the world, man. You have all the people under your foot. But you know what he want? He want that godlike status, man. You know?
It says, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto himself all people.
And that goes back to what? The great melting pot, man, which is America. All nations are here dwelling in America, man. You know, like Apostle Hall said, America is a great altar, man. This is the ultimate altar. That, matter of fact, get on Isaiah the 34th chapter, where it says, I believe it's down like the 5th verse, where it says, the fatness of the rams, kidneys of goats. We'll have a sacrifice of Basra. Yeah, you start.
It's Isaiah 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold. It
Right.
shall...
Now the Lord's sword is what? The thermonuclear missiles, man. You know?
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Right. Idumea, man. Esau, Edom, man.
And upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Right, the mark of Cain. It's upon him. That's a curse, that leprosy, man, that leprous skin. Right?
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice of Basra.
Right, man. So spiritually, you people are gonna be the sacrificial animals, man. You know. So it said, the Lord said He has sacrificed in Basra, man. Basra is modern day fucking America, man. Uz, Edom, Mount Seir. You know, because what the land is, what the people before it's a place, man. And these are all the cities that Esau built up. So the Lord have a sacrifice in this great altar in Basra, in America, man. Right?
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, modern day fucking America, man. And a great slaughter will take place here in your lifetime, in your generation. That's the spirit, that spectral word keep coming around here. The second week in a row, he came around here. You know? So it's showing you, man, America is a spiritual altar, man. You know?
This is Second Ezra, chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo." Yeah, so this is a vision that Ezra seen of Yahushua coming back. It says, "And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." That man talking about Yahushua. When Yahushua comes back, he's coming back with Michael the archangel and a host of angels with him. It says, "And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him," which links up with Revelation 1 and 7. All kindreds of the earth is going to be wailing because they're going to see Yahushua. Because when Yahushua comes back, he's coming back as a life form that people have never seen before. He's coming back as that angelic force with power and great glory. It says, "And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice." Talking about what? The laser beams from the chariots. It says, "Like as the earth faileth when it fleeth the fire." Because the chariots, they shoot concentrated fire. It says, "After this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea." So you're going to have these nations, after they launch the thermonuclear missiles, they're going to all try and team up together, all their armies, to fight against Yahushua. It says, "But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain." The great mountain is talking about is a big fathership, a big so-called UFO. It says, "And flew up upon it." So Yahushua is literally going to be on top of the ship for everybody to see him. It says, "But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not." So Ezra in his vision, he's looking up at the sky, and he's seeing how big the chariot is. He looked left, he couldn't see the end of it. He looked right, he couldn't see the end of it. North, south, that's how big it was. It says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, yes, durst fight." So these people in these different armies around the world, they're going to team up to fight against Yahushua, but they're going to be afraid. But the Most High is going to put the spirit on them to fight against Yahushua, because Yahushua is a man of war. He needs to fight. It says, "And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came," meaning they were charging towards him, "he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war." So Yahushua and the angels is not going to be threatened, by Esau's technology, his jets, It says, "But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests." This is going into the chariots, shooting out the laser beams. And I'm going to finish it off with this. It says, "And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight." So all those armies that's going to be charging towards Yahushua, they're going to be burnt up. It says, "And burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid." So that's the fate of you people in the army. You're going to have to fight against Yahushua, and you're going to die. That's all.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful, man. That's gonna be a glorious thing to witness, man. And best believe that's all gonna be recorded. That's gonna be recorded, because we're gonna have to, speak about it, from generation. I mean, actually, but we're gonna speak about it from generation to generation, man. Yeah, it's gonna be talked about so much in the kingdom, man. You got something?
It's Isaiah chapter 31, I'm going to start at verse 5. "As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem." So the chariots, sometimes you look up at the sky, you see the chariots, they being like a V formation. The same way like how birds fly, that's how the Lord is coming back with a host of angels. It says, "Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it." right? So that's going to be like a new Passover, all right? How the Lord is going to pass over America and destroy it. First, America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles, but the scriptures tell you in Isaiah 66 and 15, the slain of the Lord is going to be many. So when Yahushua comes back, he's going to put a lot of people to death as well. And he's going to save and gather the elect.
I got some real quick. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. And he said, go and tell his people, hear ye indeed. Just like the brother just broke down the scripture. You know, we're telling the people, man, hear this, man. It says, but understand not. But they ain't going to get it. And see ye indeed, and perceive not.
Go ahead.
You got a cord?
Nah. Cord or charger.
I think Karat Zakma has
Go ahead right now.
it says, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. You know? It says, make the heart of this people fat, make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes. At least they see with their eyes. Give me a Matthew 13 and 11. At least they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their hearts. So it's showing you that the Lord is not here for everybody, man. You know? Because like I mentioned earlier, man, this truth is plain and simple to understand. Although, you know, some breakdowns you gotta take your time to study. You know, you gotta be on a certain level to really, you know, understand it. You know, but for the most part, the truth is simple, man. You know? So the Lord gives the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to the men of his choosing, man. We ain't just wake up one day and say, yo, your name's Gadar Shabbat now. I'm Bilal. We're gonna go out there and do what we gotta do. No, man. Nah, that ain't happening. This is the Lord's doing, man.
Matthew 13 and 11. And he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right, because if you read up, the disciples at the time were asking the Lord, why are you speaking unto these people in parables, man? You know, because he said it's given unto you. Because showing you he said it's given unto you. That means they will understand certain parables, man.
I don't do that.
You know, it is given unto you to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. But to them it is not given. Fuck these people, man. Basically what the Lord said in a nutshell, man, these people kiss my ass, man. You know? You think I came down here and shed my blood for them? No. I came down and shed my blood for you. For the elect, man. Because the Lord knew that them niggas was gonna come back through the elect any damn way. And that's how it works, man. And like Lion King's the circle of life. That's one thing they got right. Go ahead,
Yes, sir. This is Proverbs 13 and 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Right, so vocab, you despise the word, man. General Yohana, you despise the word. You know, Sakari, you niggas definitely just despise the word, man. Here they are again, another Passover video in a fucking club.
Wow.
Like, these niggas don't, they're gonna repent from this one too, brother. You know what I'm saying? Showing you guys are just a bunch of fucking niggas, man. Do you not know that the first night of the Passover is a Sabbath, man?
Yeah, we running out of home, man. We just want to share that brotherly love, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, that's all bullshit, man. You just want to party and be niggas, man. With an Israelite twist. You're making money off these stupid ass people that's paying for your goddamn Discord, man. Fuck you niggas, man.
This is Micah chapter 3, I'm start at verse 10. It says, they build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire.
Teach for hire, man. Money. It's all about money, bro. You know? Like, what's that tag team they used to, that money, yeah. You know, that's what you niggas are about, man. And I was speaking about that coming down here, man. The scriptures say what? Freely you receive, so freely give. You know? You got this word for free. So give it back out for free, man. You come to any brother of Great Millstone, you leave a comment on the comment, but hey brother, can you break the scripture down? Do we send you our PayPal account? Do we send you our Cash App? No, man. Most we tell you is like, all right, brother, just give me a little second. I'm gonna look over the scripture. Now I'm gonna do a show on it. The Lord's will, That's what we do.
And the prophets thereof divine for money.
Right, and the prophets thereof divine. They prophesy for money, man.
That's them guys that be on TV, them televangelists.
Oh yeah. They used to do that bullshit in the morning. Then you wake up in the morning, they'll have the little boy or the little girl pretend to be blind, and they'll put their hands in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got the phone number, and they tell you we accept Chase, debit, credit, or whatever. Mail in your donations. That's what you people teach for, man. A pastor ain't in the church because he loves it or wants to do it. He's in the church for the benefits of it, man. The 501c3. Now you can't tax him. So whatever he makes, he makes, man. They're banking, bro. Not to mention the tithes. They're banking off these stupid ass people, man.
The people that got the 501c3 charter, there's certain things you can't teach. That's why the other camps, they don't go into prophecy.
Right.
Because that'll violate the 501c3.
Right. Then you break that contract with the devil that you made with the devil, man. And guess what? Your money is cut off. Now how you gonna live that lavish life you love living so much, man? Because a lot of you guys sold out, man. The guys in UK, I know you definitely sold out with the shit you're teaching, man.
It says, yeah, they will lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us.
The Lord is with us, brother. The Lord is with us. No, and they'll tell you, matter of fact, I believe it was around this time that guy Comfrey got, or it was before he died. No, it was when he got locked up. The people of his congregation, they were putting out videos exposing him, man. And you know what they were saying? They were saying this guy used to put out so much false prophecies. He'll say this is going to happen on this date, that's going to happen on that day, and none of those things came to pass, man. But my whole thing is like, why wait till the nigga get locked up to tell the people what's really going on, man? But that's what niggas do, man. Because they was along for the ride, he probably kicked them out, cut their money off. Now they bitter. That's how niggas roll, man. Your heart is not in this thing, man. Matter of fact, give me that in Matthew 6th chapter, I believe it's the 19th verse.
It's Jeremiah 23:16. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart,
right?
And not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Right. So the prophecies are not coming from the Lord, man. The prophecies are coming from men. Shit that they're making up, man. That's what Comfrey was doing, man. He was making shit up. Showing you that these guys got no fear of the Lord in them, man. Yeah, you can't serve Lord and Mammon. I believe it says where your heart is, there your treasure will be also.
Yeah. Right. Matthew 6. I start at just straight to the point.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Right, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, man. And our treasure is what? In this word, man. So this is where our heart is. And that's why when we come out here, we do this thing for free, man. To be honest with you, man, sometimes, let's say, like, I know when I'm at work sometimes, like certain times you can't help it but prophesy, man. You can't stop the spirit. And then you might tell a certain dude, And later on, he might come up to you. He's like, yo, can you show me that thing again, man? Break it down for me. And you get joyful off of that, man. You get a good feeling like, yeah, bro, I got you. I'm gonna show you where it's at, man. You know, it's a good feeling, you know, and that's why the Lord said, the angels in heaven rejoice when one man basically come out in the world into the truth, man. They rejoice, man, because it is a joyful thing. You know, to teach somebody and they actually understand it. You know, and then another part of that thing, it shows you how sharp you are. You know, it's a test of your knowledge, man. Hey, bro, can you break this down for me real quick? Like, all right, bro, I got you. See, he says this and that. You know, you get a certain, you get a kick out of it, man.
Go ahead. Yeah, I started 20. Matthew 6, verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Yeah, lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, man. How do we do that? You know? Is there a fucking mail route? We could, you know, put our gold in there and send. No, we can't do that, man. Lay up for yourself treasures in heaven mean do the work of the Lord, man. You come out here, you do the work, you go home, you do your lessons, you do your studies, you know, contribute, man.
After you read that scripture.
Huh?
Read that scripture first. Read that first. Read that scripture. You're reading, right?
No, he was.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, son.
No, I jump up to 19. I'll read it. Matthew 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt.
Yeah, lay not up for yourself treasure upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt. Because you can have $1 million in the bank, just like that bitch ass nigga Soldier Boy. But when you get 100,000 out the bank, I believe that he said they gave him like 30,000. So they took they did more than half your treasure, man. Shit like that could happen, man. You can have $1 million in the bank and shit go sideways. Guess what? Out of that $1 million, you can only take 10,000 out of the bank now. You know? So we're laying up ourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, man. And it's gonna say neither thieves break through and steal. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, where thieves break through and steal.
Where neither thieves break through and steal, man. Ain't nobody could take your crown, man. Go ahead.
Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Right. So where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You know, and our treasure is in the kingdom of heaven. So our heart is there with the Lord, man. You know, in this wisdom, in this knowledge, man.
Jump to 24, Matthew 6 and 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other.
Right. No man can serve two masters, man. You cannot serve God and mammon. Mammon is what? I believe the God of money. You know? You can't be in this truth and want to be a fucking baller. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in the truth and do that. Now, don't get me wrong. There's no shame in having nice things. You know? But the point of being in the truth is not to have fucking nice things, man. It's to get the fuck up out of here, man. It's goddamn cesspool, man. Matter of fact, we're gonna go into some prophecies, man. Let's go into some prophecies, man. You know? I had called for it was Ezekiel 35 where it says I called for it earlier, since blood have not pursued thee. I mean, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. What's that? What's that? 35? Yeah, go ahead. Read that out.
Ezekiel 35 verse 1. Over the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Right, and we're setting our face against Mount Seir. Mount Seir is talking about Esau, Edom, man. Go ahead.
Right, and prophesy against it, saying, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee.
Right, and that's what we're prophesying, man. The Lord's stretching out his hand against you, man. That's why all the conflict between America and Russia, Israel and Iran, you know, now you got which we've been prophesying about it for years. The dollar bill is going to collapse, man. Famine is coming. That's the Lord stretching His hand out against America. It's things we've been saying for years, man, over decades, man. But
I will make thee most desolate.
right, the Lord's gonna make you desolate, man. And the ultimate desolation is gonna come by thermonuclear destruction. Yeah.
And verse 4, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Right, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that He's the Lord, man. You know? Seen the movie I Am Legend, man? Hey, we somewhat going through that, man. You know? Because what, you had a mysterious disease caused by what? A damn jab, man, a jump shot, man. I don't want to say the V word. You know how YouTube is, man. You know? And you had thousands upon thousands of deaths caused by that goddamn jump shot, man. Go ahead.
Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had it in.
Right, so there was a time and a point where you're supposed to, you know, all right, Israel, got it, it's over, you know? But no, the scripture said what? You have forward the affliction, man. You kept it going, man. You kept it like, fuck that, I'm making too much money off these niggas, man. I'm banking off these Israelites, man, so I'm keeping them, Lord. These ain't your people, these are my people. Matter of fact, I'm gonna chip their asses now, man. You know, which you go out there and you accept that chip, that's the ultimate disrespect to the Most High, man. You know, that's you flipping the bird to the Lord, man. And a lot of our people are gonna go out there and take that damn chip, man. Hold that, man. Get that.
Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
Right, and that's how you can tell a kingdom is going down, man. The Lord will set up His prophets, man. And the prophets will start prophesying. Just like the elder brother was going into earlier, that's why they keep the Jews out of Rome. Because what, they were prophesying of the downfall of Rome, man. Just like we're prophesying of the downfall of Rome today. Remember, the book of Daniel spoke about 4 kingdoms to rule. It never said nothing about a 5th kingdom yet. Because the 5th kingdom to rule will be what? Israel. So we're still in the 4th kingdom, the 4th beast, which is the Roman Empire, man. And these niggas want to get us out of Rome again, man. You see, that's why the Lord said there's nothing new under the sun. You know, if you look at the camps, look at brothers, you just tell, man, I can tell these brothers were doing this way back when, man. I can tell they were doing this, man. Go ahead, bro.
Of war and of evil.
Right, weren't we prophesying of war? And evil is what? Bad times, man. So we're prophesying that war is coming to America. Russia will invade America. Israel will attack Iran. America will attack Iran. China will attack America. China will attack Taiwan. You know? We're prophesying of all these things to come. And the word prophesy means what? Say before, man. Go ahead.
And of pestilence.
We told you there was going to be pestilence too, man. And sure enough, it came in the form of a jump shot, man. Because that's what really was out there getting people sick. You know, and them goddamn 5G towers, man. Right.
And the prophets which prophesieth of peace with the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him.
Right, man. That goes into Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, man. And then shall they know that the prophet had been among them, man. You know, right now. Oh, get me that in Sirach, chapter 16. I believe it's like verse 9 where it says, "Victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth." that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. You know, that's why people ain't bugging out right now, bro, because they can still fucking eat. You know? A nigga could be catching all type of hell. I got some food, I'm good. You know? You know, eating satisfy the nerves, man.
Yeah, I just read an article about how they said what they say privileged Americans about to start filling their wallets. They said so a grocery bill.
Oh, I think I know you.
Yeah. They said it'll probably cost about $5,000 to $6,000 more a year just for a grocery bill.
Yeah, they already said the grocery bill went up like $250 per month now. You know? So I see that shit coming, man. These 16, man. It's like 16. Yeah.
So there's 16 verse 21. For many of them, verse 21. Yeah, behold, victuals should be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case.
Right, victuals should be so good cheap, man. Food is cheap, everything, man. Well, these people think they good and they're all right, man. You know, finish it off, nigga.
That they think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, swore famine and great confusion.
Right, man. And with that, let's say shalom.